I didn't know that Not Like Us was the biggest diss song of the year, dissing my homeboy that I signed. You're capping, fam.
Of course he's.
Let's go, Drake.
Yeah. There's something he knows. There's something he knows.
How do you turn a lawsuit that I didn't like into something I like now? You gonna switch out Cardi for him?
Nah, because last time I did, Cardi would block me. So listen, I went
thing, but like not in the culture. It's not in the culture like that.
Nah, it's in the culture. It's
like rappers are
certain
I
rappers
heard Nav talk about it, right? But like the man them.
But you're not. Yes. Yes.
Like the drill rappers are on.
Of course.
So you can get paid $84,000 a year in Ontario to be a confidential informant.
I'm truth.
Look at the headline. How many Toronto rappers do you think are paid CIs?
We love hip hop.
Your boy.
Who's my boy? Hold on.
Tunchi.
Okay.
Why is your boy lying, man?
Who?
Is he lying or is he really oblivious? So, okay, there's a few different lies or a few different things that Lil Wayne has been oblivious of.
Okay.
What was the last thing that we could think of that Lil Wayne said that, he didn't know this? There was one thing we talked about not too long ago.
It was like about the Super Bowl.
Yes. And what was it? That he was like, I don't know, it was something. Like, he always has this, my brain is in the sky. I wasn't sure.
No, like I don't watch the internet. I'm out of touch, but I'm in touch.
Yeah.
I am hip hop. Like, so like, you know what I mean? I don't have to watch the internet.
So he has new lies or I didn't know that this existed.
Okay.
The Throne. He didn't know that Jay-Z and Kanye West had a group, The Throne, or had a song, a collab album.
Yeah.
He wasn't aware of that.
But that's just him throwing a shot at Jay-Z because him and Jay-Z have their own issues behind the scenes and now it's become public.
So you're saying he does know.
Of course he knows.
And he's just trying to send these aloof subliminals.
Of course.
Of
course.
My laptop just gone. Oh, there we go.
Of course, brother. How do you not? Niggas in Paris, bro. One of the biggest records.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he didn't know that was... He thought it was a one-off.
Bro, if we go back to one of his mixtapes when he was claiming the best rapper alive, he probably hit that beat.
Thank you.
He probably hit that beat. Stop the bullshit.
You're right, because when you're in the industry, beats move around.
Yeah.
Beat packs move around.
Not only that, the beat was hot. He could take a beat because it's a mixtape and flip it.
True. That too. Yeah. So...
And I think he did.
The Throne, you feel that he knew about that. That's Cap.
Of course.
Okay,
Cappuccino.
Here's another one. And this is based off of an interview that just went out the other day. I guess he's promoting the Carter 6.
Okay.
And in this interview, there was a bunch of Free Dirk t-shirts that like were in his room. He didn't know that Dirk was in jail.
Yo.
He has Free Dirk shirts in his room.
How did they find out he had Free Dirk shirts in his room though?
No, the interviewer says like he describes like there's Free Dirk shirts in the room or whatever, or I guess it's a video, right?
But like, is it a room that he lives in this house, or is it a room that it's a part of one of his studios or something?
I gotta see. I'm gonna go check on Twitter, but from what I'm hearing, there was Lil Wayne Lil Durk shirts in the spot. But when asked about Lil Durk, he didn't know that homie was in jail.
I don't know, man. I'm almost like reaching for an excuse for the man, bro. In my head, bro. I'm like literally sitting there like, yo, maybe he has a different angle to why he's saying he doesn't know of him being in jail because to him he's not in jail. You know, like I don't know, but like I get it.
Like, okay,
he's capping.
Maybe we could put it in two different categories.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne capping?
Yeah.
Or he just doesn't know. So let's start over this list again here, okay?
Yeah.
And we could even add some of the oldies but goodies.
Yeah, okay.
21 Savage. I thought they were a group.
Yo, he's wild for that one. That was like, yo. Wow.
So okay, let's put that in. Is that in the Lil Wayne's capping category or he just didn't know? 21 Savage. Oh, is that a group?
Meanwhile, he's like great friends with him.
I know, right? So that's in the capping category.
He's capping. He's capping.
All right. So then let's go back to what the list here. The Throne, Jay-Z and Kanye had a whole album, a classic album.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's capping or he just didn't know?
He's capping.
Okay. That's another cap category.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that's a shot at Jay-Z.
That's a shot at Jay-Z.
Now let's get back to this one. Lil Durk actually being in jail while he has free Durk t-shirts, but he didn't know that Durk is in jail. Capping or he just didn't know?
Cap again.
All right. The finale. He didn't know that Not Like Us was for Drake. I think I need a sound there.
It beats me because it's like, what planet is he really on?
Am I a Martian?
Like,
he's from Mars.
Like, yeah, does he go there for like, you know, days on days and then comes back like when he needs to do an interview? I don't know, but
hold on, I'm gonna find something here. Lil Wayne, Not Like Us. Is this it? All right, he did a little remix. Remember, this is way back when it was happening, right?
I know.
But maybe he didn't hear the whole song. Maybe he didn't hear the A minor part. Maybe he didn't hear the, hey, Drake, I heard you like him. Maybe he didn't hear that part. You were just listening to the beat and jamming. Lil Wayne's capping or he just didn't know?
Yo, he better say he didn't know.
He said that he didn't want to. When he found out, he was mad. He was worried that Drake was going to get mad at him.
He has a good way of going viral, though. Great way. Like, that's great. Like, the way what he's doing is real viral.
Play stupid games?
He plays stupid games and he just he deal with the consequences after kind of thing.
Yeah, we're talking about it now.
I know, but I feel like I want to say cap, but there's a part of me who was like, yo, maybe he doesn't really know.
I'm saying, bro.
Maybe he didn't really know, bro.
The song was #1 for multiple weeks. It got onto the Super Bowl. You know, it started a bunch of think pieces. There's a lawsuit going on because of it.
Now it would be cap.
The interview is brand new.
I know, but now it's cap. But there's a point in time where he wanted to get on the Super Bowl, right? And he was upset at that.
Yes.
So if he had said like that then too, which I believe he kind of was going that route, like he wasn't in no problems with Kendrick neither.
Right.
That's when Kendrick even dropped like, you know, I would think like, I don't know, like Drake, Weezy would be proud of me.
Right.
I think he's pump faking when it comes to that part. Like, you knew there was a battle going on, but you're pump faking because if you were taking a side or you didn't like actually like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know? You go like you felt like you still had a chance to get on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I think there's a lot of cap going on there, man.
Oh, for sure.
I think there's a whole lot of cap going on there.
For sure.
Lil Wayne can play that game. And the thing is, this has been years now. These are just a fresh pack of lies that he just pulled out. You know what I'm saying? But for years now, he's just been playing this. I don't know. I just skateboard and write raps.
But that's him being, like I said, that's him being viral again.
Yeah.
That's him being viral again. And that's him actually, like, man, it's like, you know, sometimes I just feel that, like, really, 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 like, be able to, like, call guys like this and be like, yo, bro, are you for real?
He doesn't have a phone. The way he acts, he must not have a phone to not know about any of these things, or he has the phone and it has no apps. It's just there for phone calls.
Phone calls.
Like he didn't install
And
Instagram.
all he likes to do is skateboard. And
let me check something. Does he even have an Instagram like this? Does he even post on the gram?
he had one. I remember one. Like he got one.
Yeah, Lil Tunchi.
Yeah.
And listen, it doesn't have to be him posting. I'm sure he has a team posting for him. April 11th was the last post. It's him and who else is in this? I don't know who this lady is here with him. He's doing something.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's outside.
He doesn't have a record with Jessie Reyes.
He has a song with Jessie. He didn't know. I guess he didn't know who she was neither. Like he's tapped into something. He has a label. He still has Young Money. He's still signing artists. So you're telling me I didn't know that The Throne existed? I didn't know that Not Like Us was the biggest diss song of the year, dissing my homeboy that I signed? You're capping, fam.
Of course he's capping.
But why is he lying, man? Is it literally just to go viral?
I feel like if you don't have an opinion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have an opinion.
Yeah. So
he's been doing this since he's a baby, since he's 10 years of age.
Yeah.
Has seen every angle of media. He has seen every angle of like rumors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has like been around it all. So it's like, why would I give you that one thing I know you came here for? And probably like you wait for like the last part of the interview to like be like, hey, that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not Like Us. Did you? You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about the battle?
Yeah, and then he's just like, what battle? All right, interview's over now.
So his media training is to not say no. Next question? Just act like he actually doesn't know shit.
You know shit.
That might be a good word. That might be a good plan right there, man. Lil Wayne might have been playing us this whole time.
Yeah, you know shit.
The cup. It's the cup. Can't even remember anything. Like, nah, bro, you're remembering everything.
Remember it all.
Man gets into the sprinter and starts laughing after the
Yeah, he's like, look at this. Look how I played the world. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Salute to Lil Wayne.
Let me go back to what I was doing, man. I hate this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, puts on some Vans and goes back to
skating. Goes right to the skateboard factory.
Last thing. Are we really still believing that Lil Wayne's a big time skater?
Of course he is. Of course he is. He's a skater.
And respectfully, because
he's not, come on, like he's not like no Tony Hawk and like the new kids that are coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I bet you a lot of them have Lil Wayne influence, the new kids coming up, because of the music and the way he angled the skater world into the, you know what I mean? The urban world. But skateboarding has always been urban. My dad.
But is he really a skater, or do they just let him be around because he's Lil Wayne? So like he could might know how to do like an ollie,
yeah,
and just maybe 1-2 thing. But just like just let him stay because he's Wayne.
Well, okay, cool, and he has the money to build a park.
Yes, but like he's not even hard like that with the skating. Like
no,
the man
go
does
watch
like
him.
shitty kick steps.
No, go watch him.
He's sick like that?
No, he's sick.
Let me double check on.
Go double check on.
I feel like I've been turning into a Wayne hater, and I really don't. Like Wayne is
a Wayne hater
because I'm always doubting some of the things now when we get older. Like, Wayne, are you telling the truth?
Of course, Wayne is still kickstanding and shit, man.
Not that he's still like I'm talking about in his heyday when he was younger.
No, but he started getting more into skating when he got older.
Like remember Wayne started hella young.
Yeah, but think about it like this: you're 10 years old around a bunch of gangster heroin addicts and all that shit.
Yeah.
You didn't have time to really be a kid, per se. You're writing raps, you're smoking weed, like, you know what I mean? You had a kid at 15. Like, come on.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you got money. Then you're like, hey, I got some time. Let me try this. Look, check Wayne out.
Let me see. Because this one says Lil Wayne impressive. Fam, he's not doing anything.
Doesn't matter. He can skate.
Okay, that's all right.
Bro, what do you want him to do? Be like speeding around?
Nigga.
Go look at some more, bro. Come on, bro.
This is why they be calling
Look
me
what
a
he did. He
hater.
landed.
He landed.
He landed twice. Whatever.
And I'm
Go
glad
again.
and for
Go
the people
again.
who are listening in the listening audience, please go watch the video because I'm going to put it on the screen of what Wayne was getting off right there in that video.
Yo, look at it. Yo, he has the time to learn.
Fam, that one was just a little few second video, so that I didn't. Let it continue. I want to see something like go on the rail. He's not going on the rail, fam.
Hey, you know what? On your own time, go through his archive of skating, and then you'll probably see him do it. I don't know, but all I know is he's in the skating culture.
He's in the culture.
He's in the skating culture.
But it's because he's Lil Wayne. You're at the skate park with your dusty ass Vans and shit, and Lil Wayne comes along with his skateboard, and you're like, holy shit, you're Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be like, poser, you can't skate with us. You're gonna be like, forward.
Yeah, true. Or you might just be like, yo, poser.
You're not gonna tell him he's trash.
You're not, but he's gonna, because like, bro, it's Lil Wayne, bro. He's actually attempting to be a skateboarder. He could have, you know what I mean?
But was he really ever just like a real skater, or just the man let him stay because he's was the most famous? He was fish grease hot when he decided like, yo, I want to be a skater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna tell you, you could do a little bit better on your ollie.
He probably got taught by somebody who knows how to skate a bit. You know what I mean? That really knows how to skate. You know?
Yes, you can get Tony Hawk to come hang out with him.
You have time.
He's Lil Wayne.
You have time.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm not hating, even though it kind of sounds like it. It's just like, you know, somebody who, how could we do it? Like,
you're a naysayer?
You know, like if you're a basketball player and you never got to be like an NBA player.
Okay.
But now you're a famous rapper.
Yeah.
And you come down to the court every day and you're like, where the man them are at. And they're not going to tell you that you're not that good. And they're not even going to play you too hard and not, foul you too crazy.
Yes, they will, bro. It's hip hop. It's basketball, number one. It's a bunch of niggas on the court.
When they show Drake playing with the man them in his home court in his house, I never see them guarding him too hard, bro.
Come on, bro. That now you're in the man's mansion in this house. You're gonna
stay out the
he's gonna
guard him, fam.
Bro, you start cracking jokes on him about his layup or his shot, he gonna kick you out of his house.
No, you have to Matumbo Drake, fam. You can't play him light, fam. But if you play him too hard, pause. Right? Like if you're Matumboing him, giving him hard fouls, he's gonna kick you out the house. Or somebody might just end up packing you out in the crib, fam.
Okay, cool. But I get it. But there are actual rappers. Oh, okay, Chris Brown, for instance. He could play basketball.
Yes.
Quavo.
I'm not even saying that none of these guys even who play ball can't play ball. But because they're so famous, they always have an unfair advantage because nobody's gonna, unless they're going against a real NBA player.
Yeah, bro. Like, okay, like there's this league that's on like YouTube, and the rappers have like a team and stuff like that. And like it's like literally Chris Brown playing, Quavo playing.
Against each other.
Yes, bro.
That's different.
They'll
go hard, pause on each other. But
no, like a man that doesn't even, that you don't even know is getting into a thing. One time I've even seen like 21 Savage be like, yo, I'm gonna pack this guy.
And he wasn't like a streamer or just something else, somebody who does something else.
No,
he was just a regular man. He goes back to his regular job and he's just good at hoops.
He's just hooping.
Because like I feel like if you're famous or if you're not famous and you see the famous guy come to the court, you'd be like, oh shit, like he's here, like yo, cool, like let's play.
Well, basketball's a little bit different. It's competitive. No, I'm gonna be like, nah, nigga, I crossed the shit out of this dude. I seen
catch it on camera too.
Yeah, bro.
Catch me dunking on Drake's head.
Drake come to the court trying to be like, hey guys, want to play a pickup? I'm like, yeah, nigga, let's go. Check up. Boom.
Yeah. So send the ball at his chest super hard.
I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you.
But back to Wayne with the skateboarding, I feel like the little white kids, they don't have the heart to tell him that his ollies suck.
Well, you know what? Maybe they would, but he probably would say it himself, it sucks. And like you would see him working hard because these are people that like have that type of that extra ambition. You know what I mean? The same movements that he's doing in the studio with his music. He could take the same time.
Yeah, put the same energy into the
exactly,
skating.
bro.
Yeah.
Like another kid had to go to school. Another kid got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. This guy had it in his backyard. Look, that's his son even skating with him. Like, come on.
No, he can literally, if he wants to put all his time into it to become as good of a skater as possible.
Yeah,
he has the resources to be like, yo, I'm gonna make sure I'm good.
Look, he just did it.
Hold on, let me.
There was one right there.
We're gonna start just now.
Yeah.
That's not bad still.
See those guys in the corner are like, yeah, you got it, dude. Look at that.
Of course they are.
Of course, but they're the ones who are probably teaching him better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
that's how you do it. Like I could skate a little bit, but if I wanted to really like get more into it, I gotta go to the skate park.
Yeah.
And hook up a couple of the kids that are doing it. And ride around with them for a bit. Meet up. And, hey guys, hey.
I just let me know in the comments.
Kick push, bro.
Comment gang strong. Is it an unfair advantage to just go to the normies as a super famous person and just be like, yo, can I play? Nobody's ever gonna say, are you actually good? No.
I don't. Yo, you never know. You never know, bro.
Yeah.
You never know, especially in our culture and then like those type of scenes. Nah, bro. It's very
We're
not to say gatekeeping, but it's very like, bro, it's like spray painting.
Yeah, prove yourself.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like, who else is a good graffiti artist? Chris Brown.
Yeah.
He had to start going around in the streets and then you literally see him with the face mask on. Now,
yo, these guys just looking for projects when they're not rapping
bro,
and singing.
Right? They got time on their hands, bro. I'm gonna go learn something.
These mans are fighting to be normal again, bro. Let's start this shit up, man. I want to take us down memory lane here, man.
Let's make this pop.
Once again.
I was listening to the Hood Is Here remix, Jellystone.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I was listening to on the way here.
I was playing that earlier.
That's crazy.
Jeez. Classic shit, man.
Jeez.
Damn, man. Oh, man. Got to go down memory lane for a second right there, man.
Sometimes you gotta.
You gotta do it, man.
Remind yourself where you're from.
Yeah, man. Let's get it popping, man. We are Box, the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Toronto Hip Hop Rick, aka 100 blunts to the head, aka always into some shit. I got mad AKAs this week, man. AKA Viral Rick, AKA that nigga on Twitter.
I know.
That's enough, man. That's enough, man. We'll save the rest for next week, man. We back at it. B3 Studios, episode 569.
You already know.
Big salute to DJ Czar. He's out there. He's in the world. He's got a gig this weekend. But, you know, we still over here, crew tight. And, you know, back over here, the hip-hop thrill, I like to say. You know, the man that might be in the studio giving advice to these young boys on how to make their song hotter.
Real hot.
You know what I'm saying? The person who is less than 6 degrees of separation. You know what I'm saying? If you know somebody who knows somebody, know Dusty. You know?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Hello. Greetings. Manners, peace, and respect.
Yo.
Gratitude, all that. Love. What you saying, dog?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to be here. Ready to get at it. A bunch of stories that we got lined up.
Likewise.
Before we get into it, I want to give a quick salute to the sponsors, though.
Make sure.
You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Diamond Club, a.k.a. Cans. All right? They got the freshest piff in the GTA and across Canada. And you could also get the Cans where you can keep everything nice and sealed fresh. All right? If y'all want to hit them up on their Instagram page, Cans_Canada. Or you can find them on the Diamond Club page, Diamond Club_Ontario. Use the code WeLoveHipHop and get yourself a fat discount. You know what I mean? Also, for my people people in Ottawa, I want to give a big salute to Only Loud, all right? Only Loud got some fire piff of their own, as well as a bunch of different legacy blends under their umbrella. If you want same-day delivery in Ottawa and same-day delivery in the GTA, make sure to hit up their Instagram page. That's Only Loud Canada. You could also find them on Snapchat, onlyloud.ca. Let them know that We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. You know what I'm saying? What's popping with you, Dusty? How's your week been, man?
Chilling. It's Easter time.
Yeah, it is Easter.
A lot of swim around and, you know what I mean? Chilling out.
For the people like who
Bun and
keep up
cheese.
with us on a weekly, like we film this on a Saturday. Like, the Good Friday. Do you do the
fish?
The fish thing? No meat, whatever. Pause.
Yeah. Swim around. Some kingfish, snapper, escovitch, hardo bread. You know what I mean? Bun and cheese.
You're really traditional with it, eh?
Yo, you know what? I have half-breed youths. So at the end of the day, it's best that I keep them knowing where I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. That's
You know
facts.
what I'm saying? And they're heavily influenced by that. So that's all them know.
You had the hot cross bun and all
Yeah,
that type
man.
of thing.
My mom sends those over. My mom
Holy.
sends those over. Grandma sends those over. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I also know about it. So I just make sure I have it. Time there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, happy Easter to you and your family.
Yeah, happy Easter. Bro.
For everybody who's watching in the audience on a Monday afternoon or evening, if you're eating, I guess, do people do Easter dinner? I'm out of the loop. You know what I'm saying?
They are like, you know what I mean? My sisters and them want to do all that. I'm like, whatever, slide through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But besides that, like, it's up to you.
Yeah.
It's really up to you. You know what I mean? It's how you worship your God and how you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their time.
Yeah, there was a space of time, I guess, when I was getting more deep into like my Rasta thing or when I was in my 5% phase, I guess you would call it, or they would call it, right? I was like, all of our pagan holidays, I don't celebrate none of that shit. And I don't know. It's kind of, from them times, I kind of fell off of the routine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. But when it comes to like, when you start to have a little bit of when people have a family structure as kids and stuff like that, and you build your own little situation, you may not have came from it or something. Because some people I know didn't have family. And now they built their own family. So like they kind of fall, I wouldn't say victim, but they kind of do the little traditional things to make their kids know what going. And it's up to them if they want to decide not to do it when they're older. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's important to pass on traditions, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, for me, is obviously I ain't got shit going on. I didn't even know it was Easter at one point. So like I'm just eating freaking
meat,
beef and chicken and all type of thing, man. So but salute to all the people out there celebrating their Easter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all good. That's all good, man.
There's one thing I wanted to mention before we get into our news stories.
Yeah.
Make sure to hit that like button.
Yeah.
For the people who are watching the premiere now, go double check on your subscribe and the notification. Make sure the notification is to all. All right. If it's already there, switch it off and then put it back to all. All right. Because I'm convinced, and listen, I don't like to talk too much behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, but I will a little bit, that over the years, the channel's been a little bit shadow banned. You know what I'm saying? For the amount of subs that we have, I don't think that YouTube is directing the videos and notifying our subs. So if you're a subscriber, if you're somebody who's watching the replay of these videos, we're letting you know that there's something wrong with the YouTube algorithm when it comes to this channel. Okay? The channel's been seeing videos that would do tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands in a month. You know what I'm saying? And over the last 3 years, there's been a decline. And I know that there was a video that I dropped about 3 years ago that got a community guideline strike for misinformation, right? And from there, things are starting to get a little bit wonky, right? I get people who are probably going to be in the live chat from the premiere right now saying, yo, I didn't get the notifications, or they told me last week I didn't get the notifications.
Yeah, that's happened to me.
Right? Salute to the to Quarterlab, right? The people behind the scenes that be helping us. We're working on it, okay? But we need y'all to also help out with that and make sure to put your notifications on so you know when we're dropping videos. And if you still don't know, now we can at least prove to YouTube y'all are shadow banning us. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get that off because it's like, bro, I feel that we've been improving the product over years.
Yeah.
The production, the quality of our pod and everything has gone up over the years. You know what I'm saying? And the channel as a whole has gone up as far as the viewership and everything. But per video, the algorithm is not catching these things. You know what I'm saying? And there's different. Though they won't tell you that you shadow ban, but you be shadow banned.
You're shadow banned.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying us like that, but
no, we are. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I believe this. And it's like the police and the quotas, right? With the speeding tickets.
Yeah.
They tell you we don't have quotas. That's bullshit. That's a rumor. It's a what do they call that?
A false.
No, it's like a fable or whatever. I can't even come up with the word now. But they actually do. They probably have meetings about it. Like,
a myth?
Yeah,
a myth.
A myth. It's a myth. Thank you. Right? No, we don't do quotas. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to catch more speeders at this time of the month. They have meetings probably and say, yeah, we're gonna try to get a little bit more this time of the month. Yo, let's amp it up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? They just can't tell the public. Yeah. Same thing with YouTube. They won't tell you they shadow ban you, but they be shadow banning you.
They be shadow banning.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So listen, man. I don't know if I gave y'all too much. You might see a big jump cut because I'm like, shit. But I just wanted to let the people know. You know what I'm saying? Support the team, man. We out here, man.
Yes, we are.
Let's get to some of these news stories, though, man. I got this Drake UMG stuff. I really don't want to spend super long on this, bro. Like, I feel like this shit keeps on coming up, man.
Yeah.
But the suit is like not gone to court completely yet. Like, this lawsuit is still pending, right?
Yeah.
UMG said, be careful what you wish for.
Discover Canna Cans, where quality meets innovation. With over 24 premium strains, each carefully sealed in our signature cans for maximum freshness. We're redefining the cannabis experience. Trusted Canada-wide for consistency and reliability. We deliver the product you deserve. Elevate your expectations and explore the difference with Canna Cans. You can find Canna Cans on Instagram at CannaCans_Canada, or you can find them on the Diamond Club page, DiamondClub_Ontario. Make sure to use the code welovehiphop on the way out and get yourself a little discount. Salute to the sponsors. Cheer! In the quote from the recent back and forth.
How are they threatening the man?
Well, just to paraphrase from what they're saying, it's like, if we go into discovery, we're gonna, and you want to find out all of this stuff about Not Like Us and the bad practices that we have, be careful what you wish for in discovery, right? So it says Drake's team response to UMG, be careful what you wish for statement, says Drake has nothing to hide. So I guess this is a message from Drake's team. UMG's latest statement is a desperate attempt to spin the narrative to deflect from the truth. Drake is holding the largest music conglomerate in the world accountable for its actions, and doing so without fear. We dismiss the Texas discovery actions because the discovery will now proceed in New York. That's not a retreat, that's victory. UMG dismissed the First Amendment petition in Texas because it has no claim, that's losing. And UMG knows the case against it is only getting stronger. Drake welcomes the discovery and has nothing to hide. It's not Drake who should worry, it's UMG's current leadership. We look forward to hearing from Lucian Grange, John Janik, and UMG employees under oath. Yo, those are big talks right there. UMG claims to stand for creativity, but in fact exploits it, and the artist community knows that. UMG drains artists for its profits and discards them. Drake joins a growing chorus of artists raising questions about UMG's leadership. The public and the artists should be concerned about the recent headlines involving UMG's largest stakeholder that is only reinforcing the need for transparency all the way up the board of directors levels. UMG said, be careful what you ask for. Drake knows exactly what he's asked for, the truth and accountability. Holy shit, that needs a bomb, bro. Let's go, Drake.
Yeah, there's something he knows. There's something he knows.
How do you turn a lawsuit that I didn't like into something I like now? I'm like, now I want to know.
Yeah. There's something he knows. It's just the narrative. It's the way they spun it on him. You know what I'm saying, man? You know?
Yeah. I always still go back to the fact that this happened over the rap battle itself, but I also couldn't understand his point of view. Right? And listen, the K-bots are gonna go crazy, like, well, listen, man, he started it. You called the man a PDF file, and little kids believe we're starting to believe it. Yo, fam, imagine that.
No, I don't want to.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't
like
want to.
you're walking with kids.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Someone tried that. Remember?
Oh yeah.
That same. We're not gonna say that.
We ain't gonna mention it.
We're not gonna mention it because they got dealt with.
Yeah,
but it's a great way.
Yeah, but imagine that. Like your kids are in school and people are singing the song, and you're the father,
and they're pointing at your kid like,
yeah. A minor, oh, stay away from your dad,
run away.
Like what?
Oh,
okay,
man.
we're going past rap battle, fam. You're getting it where people are like, you're affecting my business. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, brother. Big salute to B Thrizzle. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, brother. Thank you. B3 in the building. But yeah, man, if like the narrative starts switching, or the narrative from this song, and not just the diss song itself, the label pushing the diss song is, yo, I'm a PDF, and now my reputation is getting ruined, and you guys are responsible for not just letting it go organically, boosting it, then there's a case.
Yeah, but they knew something was coming down their pipeline with Drake. When Drake was trying to take that break, right? And then it like he got called out of the break.
What do you mean, before he went on tour?
No, after he came off that tour.
I know he said he was going to take a
little break.
Yeah.
And then after, boom, Kendrick comes with that
like that. Yeah.
Future.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of, it's almost like you just won the championship, and now Manson want you to play Summer League.
Yes, and also his contract, that $400 million contract or whatever, that finished in 2024.
Yeah.
So it's like it's renegotiation time, and now I'm being attacked, and now you've changed the narrative to that I'm a PDF file, and then we're supposed to do business.
So you see, like, where like you wouldn't be able to sleep at night because you'd be like, yo, these niggas set me up. Like they set this up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like if he was thinking like that, like, you know what I mean? Like on a real tip, like, yo, they sent this guy for me.
Yes.
And they knew how to send him, and then they knew what they were going to do when they sent him. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to think about what the counter response would be, because I know that we have both types of fans in the comments, the Kendrick fans and the Drake fans.
Yeah, that's cool.
What are the Kendrick fans saying to this? Because I know they're going to say, well, he started it. He mentioned, like, you know, Kendrick could maybe file suits for saying that, like, he was abusing his girl. That, you know, that's not true. Give me the proof. You know what I'm saying? But that's also, that's if UMG is unfairly boosting Family Matters or something.
I think it's surpassed that. I think it's more of like he's continuing to fight that like Prince was fighting for. You get what I'm saying? Like the like, I made this album on my own kind of thing.
Yeah.
I did certain things on my own kind of thing, and you still want profit from it. You get what I mean? That's where I see, like, in the you have to read in between the lines of some of these things that are being said, like when it comes to the artistry of like, and the coalition of people joining together. Like,
yes,
bro,
and I'm just playing devil's advocate, and so that the Kendrick fans are not go so crazy.
Yeah,
they'll
cool.
say, you know, he didn't do it on his own. He always had the same machine he's suing.
No, that's a thing. But because he's been. I know they're gonna now see Drake's gonna be mad because it's like, in a sense.
No,
like,
I'm just giving both sides of what the argument can be.
But in a sense, because you're a slave to the rhythm, you're almost seeing it like, yo, bro, there's certain things I've done on my own that this should be 100% mine.
Yeah.
But you still want from me, so that's where it's kind of being like, and then you do these type of moves to me to depreciate my value. So if I wanted to go somewhere else, or if I wanted to be independent, you're trying to devalue me.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yo, bro, it's like a disgruntled girlfriend, but it's them being disgruntled because they didn't know what move he was gonna make.
So you're thinking that this is a result of him wanting to maybe leave, or because there's two things. He could have left Universal after his contract is over in 2024, or let's do a re-up, but $600 million instead of $400 million.
Yeah.
But now, after all of this shit, I'm not worth 600 million to you.
To you.
But you guys created this. Like, even though Kendrick created the song, you guys boosted the song more than you would have boosted anything else. Just because you know that it was going to take me out and devalue me. This is what his argument is. But this has to be proven now that they're not doing the same for him. Like, that's like this. Remember, UMG said, "Be careful what you wish for." What does that actually mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, when they start doing quote unquote discovery, are they going to discover things about? Are we just going to discover things about what they did with Drake's numbers that we might not want to hear?
But a lot of people already know that he had the machine.
People feel that way already, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what if we discover now that what if UMG's like, be careful what you wish for, because what you're going to find out is that Drake got mad bots. You know what I'm saying? The same bots you're accusing us for, we gave you too.
Okay, cool, but I don't think it's really that no more. I think it's the slave to the rhythm effect that's going on. It's the he's fighting for a different cause now. It's not only just for him. I think it's for all artists that are being like kind of, you know what I mean, taken advantage of for their artistry and being in these mega 360 deals that, like, you know what I mean? Value them to like, yeah, you're worth this in the eyes of like the fan, but like when you walk into the bank, really, are you really worth that?
Yes.
You get what I'm trying to say? So it's not adding up for certain artists, maybe, and a lot of artists are being taken advantage of. So I can see where he can, if you use a guy like Drake, who's at the top, it might work to like get some laws, get some type of understanding when it comes to these artists and these type of stipulations that they're in, right?
So he's like a representative for the artist at this point with his suit.
Yeah, fuck around and you might see him show up with like Stevie Wonder next and all these other kind of people, bro. Because when I seen that writing and they're like about coalition and like there's like a gang, like there's like
Aubrey Luther King.
Yeah, like there's something going on behind the scenes. So I was just like, okay, cool. Like, you know, all jokes aside, when it comes to the boy and shit, when it comes to like what happened, and it's a year now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like even if this didn't happen with the battle, I think he would have still been doing this.
See, I'm glad you said this because that was my, you know, playing devil's advocate response.
Yeah.
Yes, Aubrey Luther King, he's doing it for the people, for the artists, you know, for the creative.
Yeah.
But, you know, is it because now because you got spanked in a rap battle?
No. That has nothing to do with that because he's coming back, dropping out, and he's gonna spank everybody. It's not that. It's he's showing us something they're doing to him and what they've been doing to other artists.
Yeah.
So now when you see Ye jumping on the bandwagon now of Drake, like, hey, I support what you are doing when it comes to going up against these guys because he knows the same battle that he had to go through.
Yes. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate. And yo, Drizzy, if you see this, I fuck with you heavy, bro.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm going to push the super devil's advocate. If there was no battle in 2024, if this never happened like that, not like us, none of this shit ever happened. UMG said, yo, here's 600 million, Brinks truck back to back it up. Would we still be here in a lawsuit? Hold on. That one needs one right there. I'm sorry, I'm late with the sound effect right there, gang. I got him.
Not really, because that's a shoulda, coulda, woulda kind of explanation, right? Because they already had their pre-notions of what they were gonna do to the boy anyways. I'm not reading up this youth. He already got off on us.
So they would have found a different way if Kendrick never dissed him.
They would have found a different way.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not giving this guy again more. And he's been up for 15.
Here's the thing. There was to be nothing to expose if there was no battle. So he wouldn't have to fight with them. They gave me the money. I'm happy.
Yeah, but there would have still been someone else that would have came around the corner and tried to expose him. But maybe not with the same kind of power and not kind of, you know what I'm trying to say?
Like there was no battle. Like remember, no battle happened. The company said, okay, it's 2024, whenever the date was that they're supposed to get this shit going, and they said, you know what? All right, 600 million it is. Sign the check, send it over. And now we're here in 2025 in April. Would we still be in some kind of deposition type of position? Like, what would he have got? What would have sparked him to get pissed off?
But see, that's the thing. Like, I don't see it going that way because they were already on that level of like thought process of what. It's like the old man, not to call you old, Drake, but it's like the guy on, you know what I mean? How are we going to turn this player that used to do 30 minutes, you know what I mean? 25 minutes to a player now, a player coach on the bench.
They're trying to unk Drake.
You know what I mean? How? So what we got to do, we might have to bring in a couple younger players and a superstar, another you know what I mean? A veteran superstar that has less hours. You know what I'm saying?
But then that would be saying like the record company and Kendrick and them plan this together. I feel like that's that battle, and we'll get off of this because I know this battle's super old.
Super.
I feel like those guys, Kendrick and Drake, already had whatever personal vendettas. The label just has to put their music out.
Yeah, they could have.
I don't think what's his name. Lucian Grange is getting on the phone with Kendrick like, please take this guy out for me.
You never know.
It would go against their whole MO of the way that Kendrick's supposed to represent himself to the culture. Like, I don't think he's having secret meetings with Lucian Grange on how to take out Drake.
He didn't have to. The other guy did.
Dr. Dre?
No.
Top Dog and him?
Even him. And there was someone else who runs his certain dude that rolls him his management there.
Oh, you mean Dave Free and all those guys? You think PG Lang guys are in the back talking to
PG Lang,
to Lucian Grange like, this is what you need to do, put out this amount of songs and knock this guy's head off?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That sounds way too conspiracy.
No, it does. But that's the first thing a lot of people would go to, like, that's what you're thinking he's feeling when he's coming with this, like, what did you guys, you're thinking it's numbers? You're thinking it's just numbers?
No, I'm saying a battle happened, and while it happened, the label chose who they're going to favor and boost the music of, because they're trying to devalue this other guy. But it wasn't predetermined.
Because I don't want to pay you.
Yes. But if the battle didn't happen, you're saying that they would have found something else.
I don't want to pay you.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay you.
Okay.
I paid you to stay the first time. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not paying you to stay the second time. I'm going to clean house.
And also that 600 million, like, this is, if we wanted to get into the head of the label, in the heads of the label, they might be thinking, all right, we made back our 400 million.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of did a bunch of different wild things, like you dropped the house album, you dropped all these different things. But cool, we made back our money. We ain't sure if we're gonna make back 600 million. Because you're older now. You know what I'm saying? You're not. I don't know if you're as hot as you used to be. So if we make this investment of 600 million, are we gonna make back $1 billion? You know what I'm saying? In these days and times, maybe 6 years ago, take the 600 million.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What I'm going to do is I'm now looking for a bigger star. I'm now as a label, I'm now looking for I'm putting that Drake. I'm going to find someone just like you and put them through the simulator.
Who? They haven't found anybody.
I know that, but you never know. Like, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will find it.
You don't think over the last 15 years that Drake's been running shit, like, the label has put other people that are, like, they pressed the button on people like Doja Cat and different people who are super famous. None of them are still more famous than Drake, or like a male artist that they've been able to create, even if they have to create an artist. That they've been able to make more famous than him. How are they going to replace somebody to be able to make up for the amount of money he makes for them? It's not about the talent. I'm not even talking about that. Just the amount of money he makes for these guys.
Okay. So,
who are they going to find to replace this guy?
Exactly. Okay. So this is where they said, remember when they're like pretty much threatening him? That's where it comes into play. We'll show you how we made you this way. We're going to show you and people how you became this famous. Because we have the finger to press that button.
Yeah.
So we can still find another you and do the same thing.
I just don't think it. I'm not saying that there's no other. It can never be another person more famous than Drake. But like right now, for the amount of time that like and the amount of resources,
they said the same thing about Michael Jackson. You think you think Drake is not as famous as Michael?
Yes, but he's not Michael. He's compared to Michael.
Thank you. But
there'll never be another Michael Jackson.
And there'll never be another Drake. But I will take the same DNA and put it into the system. And now I got a new artist with their own twist wherever he's from. He could be from Sacramento. Now we take his Sacramento swag and we make him a Sacramento. Like, you get what I'm trying to say, though. I'm not saying
Jello Ball's next. He's the next Drake.
I'm just saying it could be anybody. It doesn't have to necessarily be from Toronto. It could be from New York. It could be from anybody. But if they're going through the label system, you know what I mean? The machine, it's not hard for them to take that DNA of Drake and put it through the machine and make another better and more prosperous Drake, because they want to do numbers. They want to outshine the last guy who was the number one for the last 15 years in the world. How do we do that? We got to take some time. It may not come in the next 2 years. It may not come next, but it will come. And when it comes, they know the same routine, what to do. You know what I'm trying to say?
I feel like I'm going to sound like I'm glazing right now. Pause. It's hard to duplicate what Drake does or did, because he's not just taking resources from outside. He has his inner circle that helped to create the Drake effect, the sound, everything. You know what I'm saying? So for them to be able to maybe not duplicate Drake, but like get something that can get that kind of sauce, they're gonna need to get a 40. They're gonna need to get a, you know what I'm saying?
But this is what I'm trying to say. You're taking it literally on me saying Drake. I'm saying they're going to expose the system. He wants them to expose while going with them and what happened. Right. They're saying, don't make us do that, because this is what we're going to show you. What happened for you. Right. So what I'm saying is, if they can press that button to make you bigger, right? And so they can also press that button to make you smaller.
Yes.
So now I'm saying is, they weren't going to pay this man. It's like, I'm going to clean house. Okay, I know he's coming to me for a raise. Bro, fire this guy before he comes.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of him. It's cheaper for me to settle him out. It's cheaper for me to pay him out for the years he's been here at this company than for him to get another raise. Yeah. And then we keep him for another 15 years. So when it is time to settle him out, this man's a trillionaire off of what we owe him.
And he might be able to start buying equity and getting parts of what we've been trying to hold on to forever. In the end of the day, like, you got people like Jay-Z who's become a billionaire, Kanye and all that, but Kanye is like a pariah and a billionaire at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's kind of, they don't want to make too many of these guys, because like, if these guys decide to like get together one day and say, you know what, we all got billions. What do we need record companies for? We have 10 hip-hop billionaires.
So that's what Ye was trying to say the other day. It's time for us to stop fighting each other and let's team up and fight these guys.
Yeah, especially the fact that now we've been able to see hip-hop live long enough where billionaires have come out of it.
Yeah, but none of them own it.
Well, that's the problem. Now,
biggest problem.
If there's enough of us around, we can start buying this amount of shares in this company, this amount of shares in this company. So now I'm a part owner of Universal. I'm a part owner of Sony.
Yeah, but we're so loud with our money and we're such the biggest consumers of just bullshit, right? We never thought of that. So now when we're partying and buying all these liquor companies and stuff, they were like, go on, you stupid N. Yeah. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come to your party, see what you do, and then I'm going to build a case on you. And boom, you're not going to be able to feed your flipping Black community anymore, because I'm going to take you out. There's too many of you guys getting, and you're famous.
Yes.
So that's when they started attacking guys like who? Michael.
Diddy.
Started attacking Diddy. Yeah. Started attacking now Jay-Z. Started attacking.
Because like Jay-Z owns part of a sports team, fam.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't be letting these guys buy up too much shit, get into our offices this much that we've been holding down for this long, fam. Like Drake, you got how much money right now?
All your friends are Black?
Yes, like we don't want you to now come around and say like, oh, I actually own a part of Spotify or own a part of this. Because it's not even like, oh, build my own independent company.
Yeah.
Why can't I invest in yours?
Yeah. But I heard through the grapevine he does have another record label, and it's for Latino artists.
Yeah. I think him and Chubbs run a label. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, or Chubbs runs like the Latino thing
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
Right.
But see, they hit a market because what? Who's Bad Bunny to Drake?
Well, it was rumors at one point that he had signed Bad Bunny, but I don't know. I think that was just a rumor. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's true.
But like, it can get spooky for the labels. Maybe it can get spooky because I feel like if there was a way to be able to invest into these labels, they would have let people in. I just don't think they're trying to even let anybody own a piece of Universal, own a piece of Sony, own a piece of Warner Music. Nah, bro. You guys can't have that much fucking power. You know what I'm saying?
But I heard through the grapevine, Universal is owned by a company named 10.
Yeah, it's probably
which is Asian, which is a Chinese company.
Let's see. Let's fact check it. Owner.
Yeah, I just heard. I heard. Maybe I was
Universal.
Maybe someone was running their mouth.
Corporation or music group. Let's see.
I could be wrong.
Universal Corporation or company. Let's just put in company. Just to double check here. Universal Company you're referring to is one of several entities. It could be Universal Studios, Universal Music Group, Universal Pictures.
10.
Where do you see that?
10 Entertainment. Wasn't that it? TEN.
Oh,
Tense?
okay. So let me see here. Each has a different owner and structure. Universal Studios and Universal Pictures are owned by NBC Universal, which is a subsidiary of Comcast Universal Music. Comcast Universal Music Group is owned by Vivendi and Tencent. And Universal Energy Corporation is owned by Mark Silver. So so the music group is owned by Vivendi and Tencent. That's the guy that Kanye's mentioned. Vivendi. I've heard him mention that shit. Like I don't be knowing the names sometimes. Like Kanye be just throwing out.
Yeah,
you know
it's not throwing out. If you know, you really know.
Yeah.
You know,
Tencent. Headquarters in Paris. Only owns a number of investments. There's some Parisian shit here. But this is Vivendi.
That's Vivendi. That's not Tencent.
But Vivendi, the Tencent keeps on bringing me to Vivendi. Listen,
See?
Common Gang Strong, let us know, like, if y'all got a little bit more info on this. But, like, just to wrap up this whole Drake lawsuit shit here, man, I'm still a little bit on the fence on the fact that it came from a rap battle, but I'm good with it for now. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what comes out in the discovery. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on though. I got Top 5 over here who's been over here making some deals, man. He got a deal with Steak. See what I got for the post here. So Top 5 locks in multi-million-dollar deal with Steak. He salutes Skinny Betts for securing the deal. You know Skinny Betts?
Heard of him.
He's like a Toronto.
Yep.
Because I'm not into the whole gambling thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pull back some of my take from last week where I was thinking like, yo, I would never get into the gambling thing. I'm not to say I would never, but I just don't understand it as much. You know what I'm saying?
You got to watch some sports and then after, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know, you got to pick a sport, pick something, study it a bit, watch it from the beginning of the season. You understand? And stay focused and stay and stay disciplined. You know what I mean?
Why do you think that Stakes, even though he's saying Skinny Bet hooked up the deal, why do you think Stakes even would take an interest in Top 5 right now?
Because he's gonna be a streamer.
Yeah, he mentioned that.
He's gonna be a streamer.
But I feel like even if he's not streaming, his name is popular enough that they can be able to benefit in some kind of way because they gotta make a profit.
I say streaming but the setup that he needs is not like how we do it. Like we set up our own self. He needs to just walk in on set, boom, boom, boom. He needs that type of big budget.
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
to promote. You know what I'm trying to say?
So do you think that we're gonna start seeing like gambling streams like how Drake and Aiden did with Top 5?
Well, but I think he'll do basketball.
Mm.
The kid can play basketball.
Yeah.
He's a rapper that can play basketball.
Maybe they could incorporate, and this is just us brainstorming on the spot here, like incorporating like him being at the games with, posting that I bet on this game or I bet on this and I won money with stakes, and because they got to figure out a way of advertising through him. There's one thing for him to like post in the stories like I want some money, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like they put the dump truck over there on Drake of money. You know what I'm saying? And Drake does his thing for them. Like you'll see him post on his feed. He'll do videos like for stake. The man's streaming.
Yeah, he gets a bag.
Yeah. But like he's also Drake. You know what I'm saying? So like this is like in his wheelhouse. Like,
but
what can they do with Top 5 to make it look natural without him just like, I don't know, just going off beat? Hey, bet
basketball.
I think that's the easiest way. Like
basketball for him.
Yeah.
He's a basketball fanatic. You know what I'm saying? He can play basketball. He's at every game. He's the new Nav Bhatia. You know what I'm saying? So whatever rooms he's working himself in and shaking whatever hands he's shaking, great job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I were him, little advice, wink, wink, do your streams, bet on your games, and keep your shit moving.
Should he even drop music?
When he wants to. He's supposed to be now a summer hit guy.
Because I asked that question because of the temperature of the way his music was before, and I guess still is with like the songs that have already been leaked. He still has like legal issues he has to deal with.
That's cool. Oh, that's cool.
And like an image that he's trying to change.
And he's changing it. And this is when you have these type of I feel when you have the luxury and you become a good stewardess of the money and the opportunities that you're given with this cash, you should be able to change your image. For the better. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like I think what he should really do, because his name is getting so like, bro, you have Ye scared to come out of his hotel room. And it's not like you're trying to be a demon now. Understand? It's something, there's a narrative, there's something working for you. So what I would do if I was him, it's not to say I would do music all the time, but I would every summer now, from here on in, I would drop a big record, maybe 2 a year, one for the winter and one for the summer. That's my money, because you would make more. You get more traction for that, but then I'd also do some acting.
Yeah, I think music is the catapult, and it's been like that for a while now, where like, yes, there's artists who are musicians, but the music part is just to be like, yes, this is what you know me for, but more times like you see me streaming these days, or you see me doing this or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of artists like have podcasts, like I'm talking about the Nicki Minaj's of the world. Everybody like they make music. This is what you know them for, but more times now when you're seeing them, it's for a bunch of other things.
For sure, and that's the thing. You got to have a different streams of income now.
Look at Cardi B. Cardi B came in with music, and now she doesn't even do music. She still does her music.
But she acts.
Yeah, but like she came in like, all right, I'm a personality. She used music as a catapult, and now she could drop music if she wants, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like she's just famous. Like,
yeah, but she gets brand deals, and she's someone you hire for your branding.
Yes, but like the music helped to bring her there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of these artists are like that these days, where it's like, yeah, I do music, but like sometimes, but then, you know, I'm also on the runways. I'm an influencer and all these things.
Yeah, you have different streams of income.
The music is like, because people are not consuming the music on a high clip anymore. So it's like, all right, here's some music. Let me not spend too much and blow the budget. And then let me show up and get all these other deals.
Yeah, and start producing your own. He could produce his own little movies if he wants to.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because now you have stake. You can put it on Tubi. You could do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Sky's the limit now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to do productive things with the money to make yourself tangible to them, to be like, okay, let's throw them another bag. Throw them another bag.
Yeah. Yes, because you have to show and prove, right?
You have to show and prove.
Like, okay, let's say, and I don't know how much the amount was, but let's say it was $2 million. If now after like a year or whatever the contract is, it's like, all right, we made back 180,000. Sorry, like almost 2 million. You know what I'm saying? Or we just broke even. They ain't gonna do a re-up, bro. So you got to make sure that it's worth this contract on all this money that we gave you. Like, do something that is like, damn, we made some money off of this guy's likeness. You know what I'm saying? Can we give you $4 million the next time? So it's like he's gonna have to like pop out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see it. It can go like that. That could be like the negative side to things, right?
You have to perform.
Yeah. But he's going to.
Yeah, like a story post here and there, that's just not good enough. We're gonna need to see you doing some steak shit. Like I said in the beginning of this, Drake, no matter how famous he is, he rides out for steak.
Yeah, because they're dropping a dump truck on his ass.
Yeah. Like the man like does like these, he did like a silent commercial where he was throwing the slipper. Yep. That was a steaks commercial.
Yeah.
I
know.
They just kind of just slipped it past us. But it's like, yo, no matter what, I got you guys. I'll do an ad.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what, man? It's for him to sit down with some curators. He'll put up a little bit of bread. Get a good curator, get a good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some good people around you that have ideas, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they know what they're doing.
Make some viral skits or something.
And they're not going to rip you off.
Yeah.
You know?
That way.
You know what's up.
So salute the top 5, man.
Salute.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, bro. I got something here, man.
Yeah.
There's all these Mount Rushmores. Did you see all of these AI Mount Rushmores that have been popping up online, bro? They obviously had to have a Toronto Mount Rushmore, Toronto rap Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
When I first looked at it, I was like, who's this guy?
This person?
All right, so Maestro,
yeah,
the person that I couldn't recognize is Cardinal Official.
That's Cardinal. Get out of here, bro. That's an insult. That's not Cardinal Official.
It's AI, bro. The AIs are horrible, man. So you look, they made the sand like
whatever.
Because like the hair dye.
Is that Tory Lanez on the end there?
Drake next. The Drake is the one that they got the best. And and this is supposed to be Tory Lanez looking like what's my boy Jonathan Majors.
Pretty much.
Besides them getting it wrong with how they look, did they get it right with the people?
You know what? Because they did it from old school to the new school, the most relevant.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got it right. I jumped in the comments here and I put the bullseye because when I looked at it, I was like, let me find something to hate. And I was
No.
Kind of right. Spot on.
No. They just got like Cardi looking like, I don't know. They don't.
Yo, it's Hold not on. Them. It's with the Toronto rap stars.
I know.
This AI is just horrible.
AI is horrible. So they
look like, I don't know, man.
What,
some comedian or somebody.
They made you look like somebody?
No, this guy here. He did Cardinal.
No.
He looks like, I don't know who they made him look like, bro. Like, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But there's other ones.
Solitaire.
Oh, he looks like Solitaire.
They got it wrong, bro. I thought it was Solitaire for 1 second.
That's crazy. And that's his brethren, too.
That's his brethren.
Maybe the AI saw a picture of them together and kind of just morphed
formed
them.
it? How can I think that?
There's other ones, man. It started off of a white rapper, Mt Rushmore.
Yeah.
Right? That was the original one, I think, that got posted. And then the internet.
Whoa.
Okay, so here's the white rapper Mt Rushmore that originally started this. Eminem, Mac Miller, Paul Wall, Russ. Do you agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
Really?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Respectfully, Russ?
You don't sleep on him.
Remember, Mount Rushmore is like all time.
All time. But you haven't had that many all-time white rappers.
I feel like we can respectfully, again, if he ever sees this, replace Russ with somebody else. Then does Paul Wall deserve to be there?
I'll give it to Paul Wall for a southern rapper, because you could have went with Lil White, or you could have went with those guys are crazy.
There are ones that have there's a bunch of them that have like Lil White and all these different ones.
Firecracker, all them, Yellow Wolf, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this one. They just have the Beastie Boys, all three of them. So why isn't the Beastie Boys? I know it's a group, but wouldn't there be a way of like melding them into like?
Oh, they have a
phase?
Yellow Wolf and Mac Miller and Little Peep.
Yo, they're going crazy, fam. Right here.
They just keep putting
Yellow Wolf, Mac Miller,
Eminem.
Eminem's always the number one on
Whoa,
there.
you had him with a hat. Now they had him with no hat. Oh my goodness, flipping six. What did Cameron have to say about this?
Oh man. Oh, there was one that has John Cena on it too.
Get out of here.
But okay, the original one that they have here. Who else would you have on this white Mount Rushmore? I say Beastie Boys need to be on there somewhere. Right, they're like the original white boy group.
So then it would only be Eminem and then them.
No. Count Beastie Boys as one position of the four heads, because I know it's like, I know there's only room for four heads, but like if you could put the logo or something like that, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? But Beastie Boys, count them as one. I think Eminem for sure.
Yeah.
Mac Miller, I guess. Like Mac Miller, he's a legend. But is he a legend and people are going to get mad? Is he a legend because of his legacy and his music? Or is he a legend because he passed away so early with his music? Because he made great music and everything, but like if he didn't pass away, would people be talking about him the way they talk about him now? You know what I'm saying?
I think Mac Miller would have been a pushing force for, as you know what I mean, a white rapper. Yeah. I think if he was alive still, he could have been a somewhat of a pushing force. He would have had a couple bangers under his. What about that other dude from Kentucky?
Which dude now?
He got a song with Drake, man.
A white youth from Kentucky?
Yeah.
Who has a song with Drake?
Mm-hmm.
Not G-Eazy.
Oh, you could have put him up there too.
G-Eazy?
See what I'm saying?
You're talking about Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow. He got hits now.
These guys are they just
new.
got here, fam.
But that's what I'm trying to say. For the longest time, this white rapper named Eminem has made it hard for other white rappers to be successful. For me to really recognize him. He's always been in the light of any other, like, Vanilla Ice. I don't flipping know.
Well, Vanilla Ice, I thought Vanilla Ice has been rolling through my mind.
They could have put him there.
But the thing is he like a greatest of all time, or it was like everybody just knew about him because of the controversy?
What controversy?
Like the Ice Baby.
Okay, so those were hits.
He was like a meme before memes were a thing.
But he still had a hit. Those were hits.
Yes.
And if he gave anybody the cojones to rap, it for sure was white boys. That's when the word wigger came out.
Facts.
Okay?
Yes. Okay. From that same time, Everlast.
Of course. House of Pain.
Yeah. Maybe he should be on some.
I was thinking that too, eh?
Yeah.
I just don't want to be yelling out white rappers' names, though. Some people be like,
but
hey,
he's a legend. Like,
he's a legend.
He had his own legacy before, or his own career before House of Pain. Started House of Pain, and then had a hit song that still plays to this day.
And then went off into the more alternative.
Yeah, he had like a rock or whatever.
Yeah,
album.
alternative.
Yeah. So,
okay, Everlast.
Yeah, I think Everlast should be somewhere on here. We could replace Russ with Everlast.
What about Vanilla Ice?
I just feel like he was more of like a joke. Like people didn't take him seriously. Everybody was trying to take him out. Him and Hammer.
Yeah.
They were like, you guys are like, what's wrong with the culture?
Yeah.
So to put him on a Mount Rushmore, I feel that would be blasphemous towards hip hop. Not even just white people, like hip hop.
Hip hop.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But there's other ones like Machine Gun Kelly's name was floating around.
Yeah.
Like he was never really respected like that neither. And that one with Yellow Wolf, get it out of here, bro.
Yeah,
Come on, bro. Ain't nobody ever was like, yo, put on that Yellow Wolf, fam.
No.
You know what I'm saying? At least with these guys, Paul Wall, like, I can hear somebody besides white people saying, yo, put on that Paul Wall.
Yeah.
Put on that M.
Paul Wall. I used to listen to Paul Wall.
Yeah.
I listen to some Paul Wall.
And even Mac Miller, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mac
Because
Miller
he's
could stay.
Pittsburgh. He's Pittsburgh, right? He had that Wiz Khalifa. Him and Wiz Khalifa came the same time. So it gave us that edge. He had that edge, right? But the Russ thing now,
like, he's known more to me for his takes than his music. I know his music is stupid popular. He packs out stadiums and stuff like that. But that within the culture, niggas ain't putting on put on that Russ. His fans are. And he'll always tell you, he'll remind you, oh, they don't have to love me in the culture. I packed out a stadium. Yeah, that's fine. Rodney in the Hood ain't like put on that Russ.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So he's not really resonated as like an all-time. Like to me, to be all-time white Mount Rushmore, you have to have gone past the white people. Like, brothers need to have been listening to your shit too. Like niggas was listening to Beastie Boys back in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That Brass Monkey, Paul Revere, all that shit. Like, we were listening to that shit. So it wasn't like, okay, just the white people know about you. Like, Eminem has transcended beyond white people. Even though bare white people love him, a lot of brothers love him too.
Yeah.
He put on 50 Cent, D12, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why he's number one in all these pictures. Because like you can't deny his hip hop card.
No, you can't. This picture right here. Let's stick with Russ. I'm gonna stick with.
You're gonna stick with Russ?
Yeah.
I respectfully am gonna replace Russ with Everlast.
Everlast, okay.
And last but not least, I'm gonna again respectfully replace Mac Miller and put a Beastie Boys like mashup in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And let's get back to the Toronto one for a quick second before we get off this, because this Mount Rushmore shit has been going viral. Is there anybody else they can put in here? And just to reiterate, this Maestro, just to reiterate for the crowd, Maestro, Cardinal, Drake, Tory Lanez. Who else? And first, let me know who else, and then I got another question for you.
They could have put a Mitchie. They could have put a Mitchie me.
What about Chaos?
Then they would have to replace him with...
Hold on. Don't. Just give me the names. We'll get to the next question when we get to it.
Okay.
So you got Mishi.
Yeah.
I said Chaos.
Okay.
Anybody else before I get to my next question? Of like legends or the Mount Rushmore of Toronto rap. Can we go maybe even some newer people or not maybe brand new generations?
Well, okay. If because I see the dividing where they did it there.
Yeah. Let me see what they're saying in the crowd here. Everybody's kind of in agreement with this.
Yeah.
Somebody said Pressa.
Nav.
Relax. All right. We have Chaos. We have Mishi. Shakir, Socrates. Any of those two, maybe?
I was thinking Choclair, right? But I was gonna give. I already gave my third. I gave my third for the old school.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna give some. Like I would have to put the Weeknd there.
Not a rapper.
But not a rapper.
Yeah.
Let's go with.
Maestro does look like Steve Harvey in this picture.
Oh, God.
So I just saw that in the comments.
Oh God.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Gang is calm. People are saying, people are just throwing names out. And I can't disagree because people, what do you mean? Don't get mad, fam. This is the
Hold on. Does it have to be a black person?
No.
Okay, I would I almost put Classified there.
Classified.
I almost put
But this is Toronto rap.
Exactly. That's why I almost I almost did it, right?
Yeah.
I almost
If it
did
was Canadian rap, he would be
Yeah.
a good argument to be in there, man.
Yeah, I almost did it. All right, I'll give it to Socks.
Okay. So we have Socks, Chaos, Mishi Me.
Yeah.
We could start with Mishi. Who would you replace and put Mishi in here with?
Sorry, Mishi. Sorry, but nobody right now.
Let's take salute to Mishi Me.
Salute.
Chaos. Who you gonna replace? Who's gonna get off of this to put Chaos on this?
Sorry again. Kevin.
List. I think for the first time, and who was the last person? Socrates.
Yeah.
Who you replacing? Who's getting replaced to put Socrates on here? You gonna switch out Cardi for him?
Nah, because last time I did, Cardi would block me. So listen, I'm gonna be real, bro. Let's just say, yo, keep this Toronto rap Rushmore the same. They went
Agreed.
from our two leaders from the old school who held it down to this day.
Yeah.
And our two new school leaders holding it down. One's in the Bing, holding it down.
Yeah.
One's on road, holding it down. They represent us all right.
Yeah, I think for the first time they put together a Mt Rushmore or a list that I don't really feel that anybody could disagree with right here, man.
No.
This is good. Good salute to, I don't know if it's Toronto rap stars that put together this AI Mt Rushmore, but good choice, man.
Good choice.
Couple things I have here, man. Bundog just dropped a freestyle.
Uh-huh.
I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
What is this? It's like he dropped it over one of Drake's beats.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find that, man. Bundog. Let's see what the SEO is. 2 a.m. in St. Regis.
Yeah.
Ooh, 72,000 in 4 days. Not bad. Look at the views, Crow.
Decision. I paint the picture so clear, I gave a blind division.
What do you think, man?
Yeah,
What
man.
the bar that you said?
Something about steaks. Stake me out. It was, you know what I mean? We were just talking about it. You know, it sounded kind of like that. I didn't really catch it, but I caught it, you know?
Yeah.
But I fuck with this, man.
Yeah, man. He's floating on this, man.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people saying Bundog is the guy for the city. Like, a lot of people want Bundog to drop music and be like a big representative for our music scene.
Yeah, and see, like everybody wants things to be rushed, right?
Mm.
You think you don't know that? So, you know what I mean? Take your time, develop it, drop some bangers for us, warm us up,
Yeah.
then hit me with that atomic bomb, dog.
I'm going to ask a mixy question. All right. Do you think right now, as far as Toronto goes, that Bundog is hotter than Pressa?
I wouldn't say hotter than Pressa because they're brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're brothers, dog. So it's like what mine is yours, what's yours is mine.
Yeah.
So if people want to start putting that into the air for like thinking that's a bad mind, not from you, but that's a bad mind thing to think he's better than his brother.
I'm not saying better, hotter. So like,
But everybody has their times when they're hot and then they cool down. So when I'm cooling down as my bro, you're supposed to step up.
facts.
So what's up? You know what I mean? It's not about who's hotter or who's not. It's about whose time it is. Like, yo, bro, I've been going consecutively for all these years. Like, let me just build back up my thing. Look at, you know what I mean? MTV can't step a foot up in my dome pounds. Look at what he's saying now.
Yeah. Yeah.
because he's taking the time, because he's not rushing it, and he's making sure like, okay, there's other people around me that are on. The YG's time to pop off soon in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now Bundog's time to like hold it down for me. You know what I'm saying? Let me go work on some more. You guys are doing street records in a sense. Now everybody says I haven't done a gal record yet. So let me start working on my gal tunes.
So are you talking about Bundog or Pressa?
Both of them.
Okay.
Because Pressa's working
Pressa
on
just dropped the song.
Yeah, and it's a gal tune with the tuggy in it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So he's been working on something that is gonna separate himself from his brother, but he's not doing it purposely because his brother's holding him down in a sense to be like, okay, yo, going for so long. I'm gonna have to hold something down for a bit.
Now, the question that I asked, just so I can rephrase the question or just ask the question again.
Yeah.
I said in Toronto because I know Pressa might be more popular on a world scale or like in the States and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think Bundog's bringing up his name enough just by being Pressa's brother, obviously, and repping right. Like they're just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because remember, Pressa has a legacy of music. Even though Bundog has a bunch of music too, he's not the musician like how Pressa is, dropping as much music, albums and all that. So, you know, when you go from place to place and you mention rappers and stuff like that, and then like you say, oh, you know, Toronto rappers, Pressa is like a very easy go-to name now with the Drakes and the Tories and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like outside of Toronto, I feel like people will mention Pressa quicker than they'll mention Bundog. If you're like, yo, do you know Toronto rappers? But here in Toronto, I feel like, especially the guys who are into the music scene, like the Toronto hip hop scene, I feel like more people will be like, yo, Bundog. Well, they know Pressa, but they're like, yo, I fuck with Bundog shit more.
Yeah, they're messing with Bundog shit more because he's new to them in that sense. The street records that he's actually putting out are translating, right? But you got to remember, 10 years ago, when Pressa first dropped, his records were translating.
Yeah, there were millions.
Okay. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So if we want the same Pressa, that'd be an idiot thing for say.
Good.
I want to see Pressa grow. So now even the new record that he put out, it has growth. So I'm not expecting him to now really be like so much like on where like the youths them are waking up in the morning and the first go-to thing they're gonna is Pressa right now. I'm putting on Pressa now when I have a girl in the car. If I'm a young man, and you know what I'm saying, I'm putting on his new tune where, you get what I'm saying?
His fans grew with him.
His fans are growing with him, so he's making better music when it comes to like the reality of how he's living, girls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what I always wanted to hear from him. You know what I mean? I want to hear that ladies man type of thing from you guys. Because Toronto's not just a place, dog. Man, them are out here grabbing.
Yeah, they're chopping things.
We can rope we rope the most gal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to hear that from you. Bundog's my street record guy now. All right? I have the yin and the yang now, bro. Yeah. And when they both get together and make a street record, it's fire.
Yeah, because when they did collabo, that's what, to me, one of my favorite songs that these guys have, the one that they have together. What was the one that, I forgot the name of it. Pressa times Bundog. I remember I used to run that enough when it first stopped. Hollows.
Yeah,
that's right there. 1.1 million from 2 years ago, bro. Like they had, when they combined, because of the bro. Pressa's been the forward-facing one out of the crew, right?
Yeah.
But Bundog, people yearn for his music because he doesn't put it out a lot. You know what I'm saying? When Bricks on the Low drop, people like he had the city on fire.
Yeah, bro. But that's what you need. That's what, because he's holding down the position of when the forefront guy is working on something, going to Africa, doing certain things, getting his game on.
Yeah.
Now I'm over here in the trenches showing you what Guan.
Yeah.
Hold it down. Then you got a YG, and then you got the rest of the Wassas that drop after all the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know, because Bundog making music is not his main thing, I think he's at this comfort point where it's like, I could just drop whenever I want. I'm not under a pressure to be the guy. I could just drop, and you guys so happen to dislike that shit.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
I actually respect that.
Yeah.
It'd look messed up if he was trying.
He's not forcing it.
Yeah, bro. That's what most of these guys do, and they crash hard,
Yeah.
looking for something to get them, because you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, man, I'm feeling this tune, man. And listen, I'm just a fan of Bundog's raps, man. Bundog can rap his ass off, man.
Yeah.
Salute to BFR Bundog, man. I got some crime shit for us here, man. The mushroom shops, they're starting to get busted.
Yeah, I know. I noticed. I seen it.
Now, for the people who are outside of Toronto, y'all might not know.
Fun guys.
There's been like a boom over the last 2 years, I would say, maybe a little bit longer, maybe like 3 years, where all of a sudden you're just walking downtown and there's like a mushroom dispensary.
Mm-hmm.
And I know weed is legal over here in Canada, so it's not weird to see a weed dispensary across the street from another one, right?
Yeah.
Who cares? But then when we started seeing like Fun Guys and all these different like mushroom dispensaries, it was like, isn't that illegal? But it was right there. Like, fam, when I was downtown, there was one right by Young and Wellesley.
Yeah.
Like, that's a prime location. Like, we can see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in Scarborough, there was like one right on Kingston Road. I was like, okay. And there's a few of them. But I'm thinking to myself, when is the police going to be like, you can't sell, what are these, psilocybins or whatever, this psychedelics?
Psychedelic?
You can't sell psychedelics just out in the open. But they were doing it. But now York Regional Police cracked down, I guess. So it says here, and this is courtesy of Straight Out of the Six, says police in York Region are searching for 2 suspects who are wanted in connection with an investigation that resulted in charges that laid against 15 people and a seizure of more than 3.5 million worth of psychedelic drugs. The probe, dubbed Project Magic, also saw police confiscate more than $450,000 in cash and property worth more than $1 million in the following execution of 29 search warrants. Where am I here? The substance seized includes 181 kilograms of dried psilocybin magic mushrooms, 137 grams of edible psilocybins, 167,000 psilocybins. Sorry, my bad. Capsules, 179 grams of dimethem. I don't even know these damn words. And DMT. Okay. And damn, isn't that some wild shit, that DMT shit?
Yeah, that's like it's almost like from a frog, I think.
Yeah, licking toads and shit.
Yeah, and then you go into like, you can see your future.
Damn, they had that in the shop.
Damn, it change your life though. That shit change your life.
And they only had 151 grams of cannabis. They got everything else in there. What else does it say here? During Project Magic, investigators from the Force Guns, Gangs, and Drugs Enforcement units targeted Fun Guys stores, which considered illegal dispensaries across the province, laying a total of 78 charges against 15 suspects. Police alleged allergies were, I don't know what this word is, were involved in production of distribution. Oh, they allege, in a production of distribution of illegal substances. At this point, the police have arrested 13 suspects who are facing numerous charges, including psilocybin and DMT trafficking, possession and distribution, production of other things. The charges have not been proven in court, and these are 2 of the guys that they're looking for right now.
Damn.
All right, I'm not gonna ball out their names, but yeah. I'm surprised that they had all this other shit in the shop. I'm still not over the DMT and what is that? Did they have ayahuasca in there and all type of shit? Like, what?
Blood clot.
What the hell, fam? Like,
magical songs are being sang in there, bro.
And I ain't gonna lie, when they first opened one of these Fun Guys, I did go and make a purchase still.
Yeah, I know. You're a fucking mushroom guy.
I'm a heavy mushroom guy, man. So,
microdosing and all that shit, right?
I was happy to see them, but I was still concerned, like...
Well, you got to understand this, right? They're kind of smart. There's somewhere along the line where psychedelic drugs are going to be legal soon in Canada. You can already see it coming down the pipeline. So the bylaws and all that, right? So in order it's just like the dispensaries. Remember when there would be dispensaries everywhere? What
they call the Wild Wild West times or whatever.
Yeah, fam. Yeah. You had Weed North, you had 5 shops everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? So but it was illegal.
Yeah.
So the whole objective is not to get caught before they legalize it, because then they kind of just let your flipping your store go because you've been going and everybody knows. There's a lot of stores that were going, and when they were doing the raids for the weed shops, a lot of them got to stay open, like Cafe.
I was just about to. I feel like I seen a new one not too long ago when I was driving in the east.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they were doing what they were doing, and you know what I mean? Who knows what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, but that's how you knew then when they were starting to bust them. Oh, this is about to be legal.
They're about to legalize it. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So this is the face of it right now. There's other guys with psychedelic shops, but they're just
they're all over.
They're all over. They're on my block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a fun guys on my block. But I'm saying, I was like, is this shit legal now? Because I was already thinking psychedelic drugs are about to be legal.
It's becoming more acceptable. I've heard a lot of different things. I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Where they're starting to say, you know, maybe we can introduce this to help people with different mental health issues and stuff like that.
Yes.
Or people who are dealing with ADHD or different things like that. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Like, if it becomes something that's not as taboo as it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, especially like I talk about mushrooms freely all the time. Nobody's like, yo, Friday, you crackhead.
No.
There are some people on Reddit, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in general, nobody's like, oh, you do shrooms?
It's
Ooh.
a fungi. It's mushrooms.
Yeah. It's not frowned upon.
No.
Just like weed, right? So I get you. Like, maybe there's something that they know that we don't know.
Yeah.
That it's like, all right, I'll open up my shops now, but just know by 2027 or whatever, it will be legal out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while this is like, you kind of gotta, you know what I mean? They're looking for these guys. They'll probably turn themselves in, and you know what I mean? They're gonna get a slap on the wrist. I bet you're gonna still see fun guys open.
Yeah.
It's just that they gotta watch out. They'll just keep getting busted, and whatever's clever. Keep making your money, right?
Yeah.
Bylaw guys are gonna come in there and see if they're gonna be like, okay, you're allowed to have mushrooms. You're allowed to have the blue caps. You're allowed to have this and this, but that DMT shit,
get that shit
out of here now.
Yeah.
It was just like, even in the dispensaries, bylaws coming around, they know what's going on, but they come, they check, they see it's just weed.
Yeah, no, because at one point there was no edibles allowed. I think they changed that. I'm not
edibles
sure.
are legal now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But edibles were illegal.
Yes, because they couldn't control how much was in each edible,
but so was marijuana. But the bylaw was already coming in to like, the law was already coming in where it was going to be legal.
Yeah.
So they were allowing certain groups with their weed, but if you had those edibles in there, your place the next day is going to be busted.
Yeah.
So now they'll have the fun guys open, but it's only the blue caps and the whatever you guys do.
No
like
toads jumping around the shop.
Right?
Like, yo, fam. It makes me think now when because like, you know, people walk out of them shops and stuff like that. So like, mans are going home with like a capsule of DMT to go trip out to space, bro.
On a Friday night.
Yeah. But I guess people look at some people the same when they're like, yeah, I came home with like a half quarter of mushrooms. Whoa, you're about to go to space. Like, not really, but I am gonna trip.
Okay, cool. But now it's not as harmful. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, they're gonna do their studies, they're gonna do their thing. Like, Canada's gonna be a place where you can, you know what I mean, get your mushrooms at a store. But they are like, okay, how much did these guys make?
A lot.
Okay, so now hold on, and we don't have nothing to do with it. So now these are gonna be the guys who are growing it, that are doing their thing for the government in about a couple years.
Yeah, turn them over.
And then there's gonna be a packaging system for it and all that.
Yeah, now you're gonna start seeing pretty packages like how they got the chronic packages that are all these colorful bags and stuff, like Only Loud and like you'll start seeing that with mushroom packs.
Yeah, and now it's
mushroom shaped packages.
Yeah, but then it's allowed because they're gonna legalize them.
Yeah,
understand? But you're just gonna have certain laws, and if you've never been in trouble with the law, you can open one. The same rules for the dispensary is gonna be the same rules for these.
One more question on this: Is the hype there? Because you're not you've consumed mushrooms obviously in the past,
Yeah,
but
like,
you're not a
no.
mushroom
No.
consumer,
No.
right?
No.
But just the man that's around and like, is it a thing? Like, or is it just me that you really see that beyond
Yeah.
the shrooms like that?
Yeah.
Like, do you be around man them and they're like, yo,
No. No.
pass the blunt and give me some shrooms?
No.
So it
It's a
might just
hippie
be
thing.
it might be still a white people thing, like outside of the not white people thing, but like not in the culture. It's not in the culture like that.
No,
like,
it's in the culture. It's
like rappers
rappers
are
are on shrooms.
Rappers are on shrooms right now?
Certain
I
rappers
heard
are on
Nav
shrooms.
talk about it, right?
They're on shrooms.
But like
you're-
man them.
But you're not. Yes. Yes.
Like the drill rappers are on
We're
shrooms.
sitting there. Of course.
I can't imagine like
On a shroom.
they'll be perkied up and all that
Yeah,
shit, bro.
but then it's like, but then there'll be two guys that rather do shrooms.
Yeah, I'm only naturals for me.
Well, yeah, right. They bun their weed and do their shrooms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I don't know about just sitting there and just be doing shrooms. You know what I'm saying? But
It's a commitment.
it's a commitment. And like, I got too much kids running around my house. One of them tripped me the fuck out. So I'm in my head, like, when I see these fun guys, I'm like, yo, you have to really be committed. Like, there's something you're fighting. There's an illness to you. Why? Like, I think these guys are doctors right now. Because there are probably people walking into these places and be like, okay, what does this do? What's the effect? They gotta know.
Yeah.
Those are the best people to go to than the guy who says, yo, I got blue caps. Come check me.
Yeah.
And you psych yourself out.
Yeah, because there was never dispensaries like in my time living in Toronto, almost probably more than 30 years at this point now, man. Or no, almost 30 years.
For shrooms.
Yeah, I've never seen that until like the last 3 years, bro.
Exactly.
Like I've always had to talk to a man, yo, you know where you can find some? And it's like, and then one day I'm just walking and I see a store I could just walk into.
And grab
You
some.
better know something about that shit.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, not just give me the freaking bag and be like, all right, have a good day.
Yeah, man. But that's going to be a slap on the wrist for them.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I don't know what the laws are when it comes to that stuff, man. Like,
What are the laws?
I know what it comes to with weed and all that. If it becomes a Schedule 1 or Schedule 2.
I've heard police take a whole QP of shrooms away from man, catching them in bush parties and shit. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And be like, they just dumped it on the floor, dude, and just. But mind you, it's some white kids. But
technically, it's still something that you can just go and find
somewhere
in a field.
Yeah, bro.
Right. So it's like, okay, I know you have a bunch of this in bags.
Yeah.
And it's illegal technically because it's a psychedelic, but like it's a psychedelic you can get in your backyard, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's a little bit to it because now, like the government does with everything, they put a price tag to it. And once they figure out that you were using something that they had no control over, they flip the hell out.
Yeah.
And then they figure out how to have control of it.
Tax that shit.
You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. So now they've roamed around the city and the province and been like, hold on, what's fun guys? Let's go in there. Walked in there with one of their kids and was like, Bumba clot.
Yeah.
How the fun guys this? You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, they have the mushroom in the logo.
Yeah, but yo, hey, Super Mario had the mushroom too.
Yeah, but like it's like you kind of know what you're expecting when you're about to walk in there.
But like I'm saying for those, how does it get reported? How?
They obviously they see it from the outside. This is just my opinion. They see from the outside, they're like, all right, this is illegal. Now let me see if I can send in what do you call it, a decoy or whatever, or undercover. Go make a purchase, and bring it back to the station, and then let's test it. Okay, they're actually selling real shrooms in here. Yeah, let's go bust it.
Okay, and then what's the bylaws and all that? They would go to see what's the bylaw, and then they're gonna be like, okay, but this is coming down the pipeline. This is about to be legal. Yeah. Yo, bro, if place like what's happening in Vancouver right now with drugs, is it legal? They have safe sites, bro.
They've tried to do different things where, like, the last thing that I heard was if you have under 2 grams, then they won't arrest you.
Okay.
But then I think that they changed that as well.
Weren't they having like a place you could go to just to buy flipping?
They have like a bunch of like safe consumption sites and stuff like that around there. And, Hastings is just a mess.
Yeah.
But none of that shit's worked out for them, fam.
Okay. Okay.
It's not working for them. Like, people are still getting busted. There's still a heavy drug problem. The drug problem looks worse.
Do you know there are children that have to microdose on mushrooms because they have epilepsy or some type of shit?
This is what I'm saying. Like, there's benefits to this shit, right? Like, I've heard this on like Rogan and different podcasts. Like,
Exactly.
it's not just, for a bunch of guys, I want to go trip. Like, no, you
bro.
might be able to help you get your mind right.
Yeah. Some anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Some people use it for anxiety.
Anxiety
especially.
is heavily comes up a lot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So, man, I just see where it's going with these stores. I feel like, hey, it's about to be legal.
Yeah. To be determined, man. We'll see, man.
It's about to be legal, man.
I got more crime shit for us here. Right? We need a friggin' So you can get paid $84,000 a year in Ontario to be a confidential informant. All right. So as of April 8th, 2025, the average annual pay for a confidential informant in Ontario is $84,479 a year. Just in case you need a simple salary calculator, that works out to approximately $40.61 an hour. This is the equivalent of $1,624 a week or $7,039 a month. I'm not going to disrespect you and ask you, with Common Gang Strong, you taking that job? $84K a year in this economy.
I already think people already have that job.
For sure.
Goddamn truth.
Look at the headline. How many Toronto rappers do you think are paid CIs? You know what I'm saying? $84K a year.
And whoa. Okay. Yeah, that's
Hey, Common Gang Strong.
yeah.
I'm not saying it like in this tone, like,
hold on.
sounds appetizing.
Yo. How much ratting do you have to do though, bro? Like, that's a lot of ratting, bro, for $40 an hour. Like, you got to think about it like this. Like, that means you're on the road. Any little thing you see, you're like, yo.
Yeah, you're on it. You see something, you say something. Record it. You know, what do you have for us today?
What do you say? Speak louder.
Yeah.
You're wired up. You're everything.
You have to put in work for the team. I wouldn't imagine they just holler at you every once a month or whatever. If you're getting paid $84,000 a year, and if I was the police, which I'm not, I would be calling on you regularly.
Yeah, but I personally think how the way you're getting this $84,000 a year is that you're already part of an organization, right? So for me to go to my chief and for them to grant me these type of things, right? To like be, you know what I mean? Yeah. I have to implant somebody in your gang or someone's already working in your organization.
Return somebody, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? For me to get like that, that's okay, yo, bro, I just seen a man just do something crazy, murk the man. Now, bro, the boy will be like, thank you very much, gone. You're not getting nothing.
Yeah, you're not gonna be. You can't get the rest of your $84K.
You're not getting shit. They're gonna give you a good thank you and a pat on the back and be like, yo, bro, I'll try to make sure your name, you don't show up to court to tell on this man.
But hold on.
Yeah.
That $84K, you have to be making less than that in the crew for that to be an option for you. Because if you're a dealer, like you're doing illegal activity and you're not making more than $100K a year, then like you ain't doing the right things, man.
No, but what if you are making $100K a year, but now you could be making $184K, and the man that's making $284K is shorting you on the brick, all types of shit. Like, bro, there might, or you fuck my bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like some weird shit.
I'm gonna let me get that extra $84K action.
Yeah, like, bro, I'm gonna tell you where the body's at. That's what they're doing.
For $84K, bro?
Not me. I'm just saying that's what they'll do. But you gotta, like, I'm telling you, it's real. Like, how you get an $84K? You're not just giving me a one-time deal.
No, I feel like you have to consistently, maybe ride around in cars with the police sometimes and be like, right there, that's where such and such is. And oh my God, like,
yeah,
you got to put it. You never know what it could be. Niggas just call you in the morning. We're coming to pick you up today.
Or they already have your line linked, and then you're calling the man and being like, yeah, so what up? We're gonna go hide the body.
Yeah,
right. But they don't know you to be. You're the head. You're the ringleader. So they're not thinking you have the fed them on the line them and you're working and getting $84K a year, but you're only getting $40 an hour.
And does this work for? And this is a wild thought experiment, but does this work for the people who are busted and are trying to get less time? Or are you just like a professional snitch? Like you're just on road and I want to tell you guys everything.
Bro. Yeah. Like, no, you're a guy like they can be like, I know who to call.
Or you've been arrested. So instead of convicting you or taking you to jail, become one of our CIs and we'll pay you $84,000 a year.
Definitely not. Just look at what happened to Brick Baby. Got caught for a shootout, right? Didn't get arrested. Then got caught with an AR-15 and didn't get arrested, right? I'm not paying you no money to tell. I am saying, do you want to not go to jail today?
Yeah.
And
or not.
You're already done. You're already done.
Yeah.
You're already done. You're not. I don't need to pay you nothing. The thing is for you wanting to stay out of jail. So you're gonna give me the information I need so you can stay out of jail some more. Yeah. Right? Cool.
Give me information. No. I ain't giving you no money. I'm giving you your freedom.
I'm calling the old junkie that's parring by the convenience store that you don't know is sitting there.
You want to make $1,600 a week?
And he helped me solve the last shooting.
For free. Now I'm paying you $84,000 a year.
Now hold on. There's a real operation going on that building over there. Listen here. I'm gonna give you this. You have to shit? Sure. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now we can trust him. Because sometimes they can't just give a bucket this type of money.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who are they trusting this kind of money to?
Because listen, you're going to get that money from the cop and it's already going to be tagged. Yeah. So if I'm a smart dealer, I'm going to see that money and be like, yo, hold on. She's working with the Fed now. Don't deal with her again. Or that person who's still using. I don't want to use her if I'm a cop. I don't want to use her because they're going to go and buy it, but they're going to give me up.
They might get high and be like,
I got a wire on. Damn right. Damn right.
Like when Pookie got caught.
New Jersey, I'm gonna die. That's exactly what he said. Ripped over he goes, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Pookie was hung upside down with his eyeballs sticking out of his head.
I'm just trying to figure out who would be like the candidates. Like you said, like you would have to maybe get a clean junkie. Yeah. Can't be too clean because like now you're making $84,000 a year. You start getting nice new clothes and shit. Like, bro, now you ain't a junkie no more. Where you getting all this money from, bro?
Exactly. And mans are missing off the corner.
Yeah, niggas keep on getting arrested. And your sneakers, you keep on getting new sneakers. You don't got no dirt on your fingernails no more.
The dry cleaner lady.
Yeah, it's gotta be somebody who can just blend in.
Who's blended in.
Yeah.
Been in the community for years. You go to them.
And is not also making that kind of money. Because it still has to be like, oh, $84K, I could do with that. Because you got to remember, like, to me, if I'm a dealer, this is just me. If I'm a dealer making bare money and the cops are like, yeah, I'll give you $84,000 to be a snitch, I'm going to be like, run up, bro. You trying to get me killed?
Yeah, damn right.
But if I'm like hurting for money, like I'm trying to make ends meet, and then somebody says like, yo, be a good citizen, I'll give you $84,000 a year to go tell on all these guys. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I got bills to pay. Not me, but I'm just saying those people.
Yeah, but then there's that part where it's what you do with that $84K when the time is done and they're done with you.
You better move or something. Or no, maybe as long as you didn't get what do you call it? Not busted, but revealed or whatever it is, made out. Hey. Next year, who else do we got to bust? I'll go do some more telling.
Fam, sooner or later, they give you up. They give you up. Even a confidential informant has been given up.
So you can't run this $84,000 a year and like make that a career, like a 7-8 year career.
No.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
That's a 1 year thing.
Yeah, because then your bait is baited.
Yeah,
because you'll figure it out. Like you got a whole crime family sitting in Maplehurst, being like, Bruno, you open your phone? Hey, Frankie, hey, no, hey, it's that little pipsqueak from down the street. Remember when I told you, hey, bro?
They just bought a new car.
That's all it flipping takes. And then we're there like, yo, no, now everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then after we're like a lawyer saying, well, they do know it's Andy from down the street there who runs the little tuck shop.
Your lawyers do be revealing
right.
who the snitches too. Yeah.
So now Andy, all of a sudden now you send Bertha down the street to go see if Andy's still there. She calls you when you call back to the house to be like, hey Bertha, hey, hey, well Andy Schmuck is still there. Hey, where's he at? He moved.
Yeah.
He's gone. Because someone in the crew probably said something to the lawyer like, yo, I'm going to flip in, right? Because you figure it out. You weren't the rat. This guy's not here. Where is he? Boom, boom, boom. He's the rat. Now they know $84,000. You probably only made it to 60. It's done. See you.
That's not enough for me, man. Like, you just stressed me out right there.
Good.
Like, I'm not saying I would do this.
Yeah.
But if you would need to maybe double that. Not to say that after you doubled it, I'm like, all right, I'll do it. But I'm saying if they're really trying to make it work for somebody to be a CI with the amount of trouble and you could be dead from the consequences of being such, I don't even think 84,000 is enough at this point. When I first started the segment, I was like, yo, that's a lot of money. And it is. But in the grand scheme of things, for what you might have to do and the consequences you can deal with, maybe you might need to make that 150,000 a year or something.
They're going to tax it. But then
on top of that, they're gonna tax it, fam. So give me like 200,000, or give them about 200,000 a year to take these risks to be a confidential informant, fam.
See, that's the thing, man. Like they're not,
and that's not even productive for them, fam.
I'm telling you, man. Like it's the way it goes. It's not gonna be somebody. It's either gonna be somebody you know. You understand that you wouldn't expect. Or it's going to be someone you don't know that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you don't know who's in the hot seat. It's just like people who get, like, some people get victim fees, man. A lot of niggas get shot and get victim fees. So, you know what I'm saying? It's almost kind of like that. Like, it's not for sure.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because if you were in something that you got hurt, but you were the aggressor, you might not get no victim fee, fam. You understand?
That's
so now you're an informant, and now boom, case get blown. They identities got.
Yeah.
You now make it. You only made it to $5,000. You only got 5 racks off of it. That might turn you into a crackhead.
Yeah, they can't even give it to me hourly, or they shouldn't be distributing it hourly or weekly. I mean, they should be doing it like
one full lump
or at
sum?
least give me half up front.
No, I can take off now. I can give you a diddly squat story, and now you're gone. My money that I'm borrowing from the government, pretty much, to do this. It has to be calculated in a way of House 48 got busted today. You got the information from your private informant. Okay, bum. Here's 10. Release that. Give him it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so that doesn't even sound like I want, bro. Listen, if anybody who's ever been thinking about this,
that's crazy.
Just don't do it, man.
That's crazy.
Just don't do it, because it just seems like it's just too much.
You're gonna
red tape to get your money in the first place.
Oh man,
bro.
I'm gonna play you. If I'm gonna buy them, I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna play. Yo, give me some more info, bro. I'll give you 20 next time. Just give me some more info, Doc. Come on, Doc.
Because I know some people seen 84 a year. Okay, where do I sign up? Doesn't necessarily mean that as soon as you finish signing the shit, like, okay, every week you're just gonna see 1,600 pop up into your account. Like, nah, fam, we need you to do some shit.
ratting. You got to do some real ratting.
Yeah,
you got to do some real buying busting.
Yeah, we're not just putting you on salary and, you could do what you do at your regular job, fuck around in front of the computer.
They might throw you in the middle of downtown, turn you into a bucket yourself.
Yeah.
And make you do food so you can catch all the food heads. And now you're a bucket, and now you got paid $40 an hour to be a bucket.
Yeah. It
Pretty
might
much.
It might not be worth it.
It's not going to be worth it.
Go get a real job.
Or, I wouldn't say go to welfare, but hey, UPS is hiring.
Yeah. Put the fries in the bag, as they say.
Fries in the bag.
I got one more thing for us here.
What's up?
Speaking of businesses and black businesses, do we get a bad rep?
Hope you're enjoying the video. Do me a quick favor while you're here and smash that like button so we can break the algorithm. And join the comment gang and subscribe. It's free.
Right? There was the thing that's been going viral. I know we're a little bit late on it, but with the boy Wallo.
Either you got a good business or you don't.
Hold on.
Us. Oh, I'm black. Oh, black people. Nobody gives a about that. Kill that shit. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Fuck about what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them millions where the fuck I want to spend it at. Whether it's Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the #1 nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me? I come from the ghetto.
All right.
Okay.
So, and he's been getting his share of backlash and people who agree with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the backlash that people have been saying is like, okay, you won't spend, or you'll be so hard on the black businesses, make sure that, you know, everything is perfect. But then you'll go get bad service from like the Chinese ladies, you know what I'm saying, that do your hair or whatever, do your nails. They'll treat you bad or whatever, have buckets sitting in the corner, but you don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? People, I heard Tariq Nasheed say that, you know, go to McDonald's and the ice cream machine's never working and all that type of stuff, but you still patronize these businesses. So I do get that too, you know what I'm saying? But then I also get the side of, oh, just support me because I'm black. Are you good though? Is your service up to par? As Caribbean men, you know how many West Indian restaurants we've gone into and the woman behind the counter is rude as hell. Food is good, but you're rude. I'm not just going to support you because you're black. You're rude.
Very. And I had to say that to a lady the other day. She kept, where was I? Yo, here nor there. But I had to be like, yo, do you even know who I am? You don't know if I'm a food blogger, if I'm a podcaster, or what.
Yeah.
Watch yourself, lady. Because it's like I'm asking for something and she had an attitude for everything I'm asking. And I'm asking very politely, like, hi, miss, may I please?
Like you're bugging her. Like, I'm paying you, fam.
Yo, once I said, do you even know who I am? Smarten up. I had to talk to an older lady like, yo, smarten up. I will put you guys on blast right now. You don't even know. This place shut down tonight.
Yeah.
Straight up. We'll get on this and shut you guys down. She looked me in my eyes and could see I was very, very serious. And she straightened up. But I was very upset and she forgot my coleslaw. So I went back.
Jesus
I went back, bro. And the lady who was conceived, this lady's an edgy person. There's a black lady too. I asked her for the coleslaw. Man, please, your lady forgot it. She goes, I'm sorry. Here.
Yeah.
Because she figured it. Like, the aura I was giving was like, you got to watch what you're doing right now, black woman. You know what I'm saying? Because I love coming here, but you're treating me like I'm not supposed to be here.
Like,
or
I owe you something.
I do owe you something for you to pay your fucking rent.
Yeah.
Or your mortgage. So my money is just as good as yours. Take it and go. Give me my food with a smile. It's energy we're dealing with.
Yeah.
You understand? So I can see where a guy like Wallow's like, yo, I don't care if you're black. And you know what? As now becoming what I'm doing, I don't care if you're black, bro.
Yeah.
I got business to serve you, dog. So I'm not just hiring a black guy I'm hiring anybody who can do the job and is going to be on time and is going to respect my authority, bro.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my leadership. So I'm not worried about because you're black, I'm going to come to you, because the person who fixes my car isn't black, bro. It's a white man, bro. And it's my bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that don't fly in my world, even though sometimes I could sound like I'm a...
Yeah, but then there's some people, you know, that'll be like, yo, well, why aren't you circling your money with a black mechanic? You know what I'm saying? There's always that argument that the black dollar stays in the...
You know what? I have, and I'll tell you the truth. I feel sometimes they're trying to get over on me, bro. And that sucks, bro. That effing sucks.
Yeah.
But then you know what I have to look at? It's what they've been through. So why they have to cut corners and try to overstep, because they're not in the position. Because
not as much resources.
Exactly, but that's your problem. Now, my problem is if I know I'm gonna get into something, I'm gonna have access to resources and links, my dude. So I'm not just your average black guy that doesn't. I can't get you a damn some polish. I can't get you a damn fence. I know the man now who makes the fences. I know the company that distributes the fences now. So I can go there as my color and get it for you. Now I put my price on where it's affordable.
But that's now. You had to struggle to get there as a black man, so you should be able to understand the struggle, fam. Come on, bro. We're brothers. This is the guilt trip that we do with each other.
Okay.
Like, bro, like my quality's not as good, but I'm your brother, fam. You want me to grow? Holler, buy my thing, fam. I know the quality's not as good, but it's not gonna get good unless I get support from my brother.
Well, then I want you to grow, but then I want you to have the best quality. So what I would do is, instead of you having over amount of shit quality, buy less of great quality.
Of good quality. Yeah.
And then push it where you get it for a certain amount. That if you're losing, but you're winning at the same time because now you have a return customer, that's better than anything in the world.
Yeah. Than a one-time
guy because you're too damn expensive, or you know what, you're too damn cheap, or you know what, your shit is garbage, or you know what, your attitude is, or you know what, I walked in, you had your pants hanging off your ass.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a stereotype sometimes, but I feel like with a guy like how Wallo was saying it, there's a way that you can say it to people and not make them feel demeaned and not make them feel like you're over because you came out the pen and now you're making millions of dollars. Cool. But there's somewhere along the line, you never thought you could make these millions of dollars until you got your first one.
Yeah.
So I would advise you to show somebody how you got your first one. So if you're showing me that black companies need to be on top of it, because it's like what your mom used to say to you, because you're black,
you have to work twice as hard.
Thank you. That's how he's supposed to say it without seeming as if you're putting anybody above or beneath you.
Yeah.
You know
that's what
I'm
a
saying?
lot of people were pissed at, right?
Yeah, I
like,
get it.
His tone, the way he was making it feel like I'm better than you guys.
Yeah.
Like you guys, you know what I'm saying?
He's hype.
I'm rich.
He's hype.
And I'm made millionaires. It's like, all right, fam, like that's you.
He's hype.
And the guy who was holding the event apparently was like a super millionaire as well.
Yeah.
But like, bro.
Humble. But he was humble.
He was humble, and you're making people feel small, like you know.
Yeah,
but I also get the tough love aspect.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Some people have to stop being so emotional, bro.
Yes.
Some people have to stop being so. Everything is an attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Not everything's an attack. You know what I mean? So sometimes things are a lesson in the now, preparing you for the future. If you never thought you could be in the future, by someone telling you something right at that moment, that can catapult you to the future because they gave you something that put some fire under your ass.
Yeah.
Maybe someone didn't tell you, yo, bro, you're not going to make it. Someone's probably been telling you your whole life, you're going to make it.
Yeah.
And every time you didn't make it, they were there to still be like, okay, but you didn't make it.
Yeah.
You understand? There's someone that has to tell you, yo, you're not going to make it sometimes so that you can make it.
Yeah. You're not going to make it unless you do this at least.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
There's guidelines, bro. There's rules and regulations to shit that we're doing out here.
Yeah.
So if okay, it's like I meet a millionaire. He can tell me exactly how he got the millions. Doesn't mean I could do the same thing and get it the same way.
Yeah.
But it does mean that I can take the example of how he got it and put a twist to what I'm doing and use the same discipline. So if he told you it's discipline, waking up every day and getting there on time, being the first in, being the last out, do it.
Yeah. Straight
up.
Do it.
Do it. Right? And you may see the results, right? See, that's the thing. Until you're in the position of that power or that millions or of that having that money or having that business and having things going on in your life that it's very fast.
Yeah.
Some people can't translate it well. So they won't know how to tell a person like, yo, listen, this is what I did. Right? They'll just be like, yo, if you're not like this, this and this and this.
Yeah.
I get it, right? But there's a way to do things. And you can follow. So one thing is, you never follow a man unless they're going to lead you the right way, right? So if I'm following you, you better be telling me the right way on how you did it, right?
Yeah.
But if you're going to ridicule me and make me feel low, I will never understand how you did it because I'm going to believe the way you did it was by force.
Yeah. Yeah.
by a different force. You know what I'm trying to say? Like maybe it was just given to you. So that's why you have this type of aura of saying to people like, you'll never make it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always, no matter how people might talk about sensitivity and all that type of shit, tone is a big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm even learning that in my older years, man. Like, it's your tone, Friday. It's your tone.
Yeah. But people are like, I'm telling you, sometimes a lot of black people are very sensitive. Which I understand because we have the trauma of what we've been through and stuff like that.
Facts.
But brother, if we are to take half of that trauma and flip it into success, trauma wouldn't matter. Because there's certain things that you have to get over in life that are traumatizing that you have to get over, bro.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So if white people aren't hiring you because you're black, okay, figure it out. Like there's a way around it. There's now do something that they might like.
Sell them some drugs. No, I'm playing. That's what
True.
I used to do. I got around a lot of white people from my old occupation.
But then after you see what kind of jobs they really have and you're looking at yourself like, hold on, they can stop this anytime. I have to continue because they're in a law firm.
Yep. Law firm.
So you wonder where Billy,
doctors.
but you wonder where Billy is now though, right?
Yeah.
Will Billy done stop doing dope and he has his family and he's living some
No, that's facts. That's facts. Okay, even if I go back to like when I think about some of my old customers from years ago and stuff like that, like I'm sure they're tooting it up anymore.
No, man, they have a nice house on Karen or whatever. Or maybe
they do on occasion, maybe.
Yeah, or maybe they're dead. Or maybe they're dead. One or the other. But you would hope the best, right?
Yeah.
You'd hope the best. But then when you look at what you're doing still, not saying you like, but if you're still doing that, that's the part where we look, what did we do?
Yeah.
We're still doing the genocide.
Yeah, we just became an old ass drug dealer, basically.
Thank you. Walking around and catching the fat little white things running around that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, riding on your bike and shit.
Right? Trust me, dog.
Nobody wants to see the 40-something-year-old drug dealer riding on the block with their bicycle and shit
right?
like that, bro.
And have 11 baby mamas with $11.
Well, listen, man. Salute to all the black businesses out there, right? The legal ones, right? And the illegal ones, man. Do your damn thing, man.
Salute. I'm a black business owner.
Yeah.
But I also have white partners.
Mm-hmm.
So am I fully a black business owner? I'm a business dog.
You're a business owner.
I'm a business owner. There's no race.
That's another thing too. Like we put that black business owner on it, and then it has this expectation like you need to do this and do that because we're black. Just say you're a business owner.
Yeah, and now that's when you have the stigma.
Mm-hmm.
Because I might not want, because even as a black guy, I'd be like, man, I might go there and they'd cuss me out.
Yeah.
Ask me what I'm doing here, and I'm here to buy the same thing they told me to come here to buy.
Yeah.
What? It gets crazy.
Yeah, maybe we need to stop putting that spin on it. Like, hey, support black business. This is like, no, I got a business. I just happen to be black.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? If you own a business and you're black, and maybe you're not in the world of black people with the business you're doing, hire a white face.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you not a black business owner anymore.
Still own the business.
Still own the business.
Yeah.
You just might have had to borrow a face.
I don't care what color the people are and coming in the door as long as they're spending green.
Damn right. Green is the only color I want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I will suit you to what the preference is.
Yeah.
Right? But because I'm a black business owner doesn't mean it has to be pro damn black to the cashier to the damn cook. I'm calling a damn white boy, dog. I'm calling a damn white girl, dog.
I'm just calling whoever could do the job.
Whoever could do the job.
Yeah. If it means I'm gonna have to get some youth from India who knows how to cook really crazy,
I'm doing it. Because most of the, again, youth from Sri Lanka and all them, they're the ones cooking you your Italian food in the back. Always remember that. Them cook Italian food better than Italians. So,
yeah,
bro, I'm gonna go for but it will still be an Italian man who owns the restaurant.
It's still Mario who owns it.
Yeah,
but you know,
I hired a Mulian, I hired an Indian, and I make it combine because it worked.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like we don't hear, support white-owned businesses, like support Italian businesses. Like
that's crazy.
Nobody says that. They just have their business.
So are we racist?
I don't know if it's just that or
See?
if it's that. If
Are we
it's-
racist, bro?
Because we're coming from a deficit, right? We didn't have the support. You know, we've been oppressed. So it's like to have a business is a stunt in the first place because these guys have had businesses before.
Okay, granted, but so have we. But if we look back, so have we.
Yes.
Just that it was been taken and oppressed and all that.
It burned down.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Okay, cool. Do we have it back now? Do we have it back now, bro?
We're trying to.
Is it so hard for you to get one though? If you really have your ducks in a row and stuff like that, is it hard for you to get one?
You know, I'm not going to get as turned down as maybe back in the days, but there is the level of difficulty. Sometimes you want to go for a loan. They tell you no, and it's not because you're not qualified. It's because you're black.
Yeah, but then you have to understand what banks not to go to that have certain stimulations from the days of when we were segregated.
Yeah.
Like BMO, which is really the Bank of West. You don't go there if you're black. It says it in there that they can discriminate you.
Yeah, but I still have that thing that even when I know as a legit businessman, when I'm going to get a loan, different things like that, I still feel like I'm gaming the system, even though I'm not. But it's just because it's trauma because of like I'm a black guy and I'm like I'm not supposed to have this.
Yeah, that's how they make you feel. Eh?
Yes.
All right, so I felt like that too. But then you know what I started noticing? I got more money than your ass. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk in with my head straight and do the things that make me successful enough so that I don't ever feel like that, and my kids don't feel. Yo, you can't tell me that.
Like I have to dress up a little bit more to go into the bank so that they can.
You know what
take
I
me
don't
seriously.
have to do? I don't. I don't actually. I can walk in just like this now and be like, and they're like, "Hey, Mister, so and so." But because you want to know what? Cash rules everything around them.
Yeah,
cream, get the money. But yes, but then that's what maybe Scotia Bank. Maybe it's the TD who's a bit more ethnical.
Yeah, and maybe it's the specific ones that are just they're used to seeing you too,
or they're used to, or it's the area or where that I live in.
If you go downtown, you might not have the same issue. You might be as easy. You might have issues. They might look at you like, "Who's this nigga in my establishment?"
And then
you can't have the loan.
But hold on, they could. But see, nothing can stop that if cash king, guy.
Yes,
if it's there, certain stupid things that are bad. You know what I'm saying? You have asset. You have the business already. You can show projection. You can show. They could say no, but then you know what the best thing to do is have your own money.
Or send it. You might have to get a token white to go send around. Listen, I know you already. We know each other behind the scenes, so I know you got everything lined up, everything in play. You see it, right? But
still,
yeah,
we can develop it, bro. We can go higher if we want to. It's just setting up your ducks in a row, bro.
Yeah.
You know they're not gonna give it to you. Okay, I'm gonna make sure you cannot say no. So before I embarrass my black ass and going in there and looking like the typical, I'm gonna make sure I'm not now.
Yeah.
So don't go there if you can't. You're pipe dreaming yourself. You're actually putting your name on paper that now they can say he came in here before and got denied.
Yeah, send in the token, man. Get yourself a token.
Send in the token.
Yeah.
And sometimes even the token don't even have it up like that.
Yeah.
That's what you do with your money, dog.
They ain't white enough.
Yeah, they ain't white enough. Last name alone can fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So, and I did some research on certain banks not to go to.
Yeah.
That don't give us
you're
loans.
in the midst of dealing with a black business, starting a new black business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, I hate calling it that. No, a new business.
Yes, and a very successful one. So
yeah.
I can't say that. I almost don't want them knowing it's a black business owner.
Yeah.
I almost don't. But I can't be ashamed of myself. But I'm like, does it make someone who's not ethnically me stop coming to me?
Or even your own.
That too.
That's the thing. It's not even like, oh, you're worried about people who are non-black not coming to your shop. Black people saying, oh, he's a black business.
Yeah.
I'm either not going there because they have their preconceived notions, or they're going there expecting a deal because you're black.
Yeah. And you know what? I can't blame them. And but you know what I will more base it off of is that what kind of man you are. I don't care if you're black, white, purple, Indian. It's how you approached me. It's how you came in here. It's what you're doing. It's what benefited you. What's going to benefit me. I
need to keep my lights on, fam. This is what my price is. I don't care how we're the same color. Like, bro, can I get my full price for what I'm charging?
Yes, you can. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. But there's gonna be a part of there is a part of me that will still make you feel like you want to.
Yeah.
And that's part of business.
I'll add something extra on it, but like I just don't like the expectation that we put on each other. Like, come on, I'm your brother. Give me a discount. This is what made me, when I was in my street times, not deal with the blacks. It sounds crazy, but I would never sling to somebody who looks like me because, one, I'm worried about them robbing me, and two, they always want a goddamn discount because we brothers. Yeah. When I could just go to the white man and just charge them full price.
Like 2 for 10.
Yes.
3 for 20.
They're not gonna try to haggle me down because we're brothers. I'm not worried about man robbing me. So like black business, like whether it's legal or illegal, like we don't fraternize each other or patronize each other. I mean, because sometimes it's just preconceived shit that we put ourselves into.
Yeah, very much so.
You know what I'm saying? If you're in the streets, niggas be robbing each other and all that. So you know what? Let me just go to the white guy and go sell to them.
Let me show you something though. When you go to Winners, you don't know who the owner of Winners is.
No.
Okay, that's the problem with black people. We like to let you know we own it.
We own the place. Yes.
Once we stop doing that, you might have that, like, those situations stop.
Now it's just a business. It's not a black business.
Now it's just, I don't know. I've never seen the owner here, so how the hell can I ask anybody for a deal?
Yeah.
All the person at the cashier register has to say is, bro, do you want me to get fired, bro? Pay the damn thing so it can have a nice day, please, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can probably let you off 5 cents, 10 cents because we have it there in the corner and I can just, but.
And you can't, that means you can't call your store Reggie's or whatever. Like, you have to just make it neutral.
You could call
nobody knows it belongs to you, that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, granted. But even if it is called Reggie's, I've never seen Reggie here. Where's Reggie? Reggie? I don't even know what Reggie looks like.
Yeah.
That's what most big places that run successfully don't really, like, you know what I mean? Some guys are hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
Depends what kind of business you are doing. But when it comes to certain businesses, a lot of people like to let it be known it's their business.
Yeah.
So that's what happens to you now. You are attracting somebody who is looking for a handout.
Or special treatment, or it has to be more, it has to be better than everybody else's because I know that this is a black guy who owns it, and it's my people.
Or I'm out there, so I told you to come. So now you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the day you come, I happen to just be right there in the front, like greeting people. That's the time when you're like, yo, bro, I came, man. Hey, man, you break a brother a little something.
Yeah.
A little something. You know that mean, though.
And don't get me wrong. I don't want to be those kind of people who, like, I don't mind giving extra. I just don't like when people are like, they expect it.
And what they expect it is because they know you're the owner.
Yeah.
The minute I don't know you are, like, it's just like, oh, bro, I'm just juggling this for big man down the street.
Yeah.
Dog, I can't even take the thing from him because big man, I don't even know who big man is.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, bro, even though it's you, but it's like,
yeah.
It's like when people ask me for money. Honestly, fam, you have to call my accountant now, bro.
I don't even got it. It's my accountant deals with that shit.
And then I got it, right? And then honestly, bro, I do have to call my accountant. So now when I talk to my accountant now, my accountant's like, hell no. You better go dig that up somewhere and find that if it's that important, unless you're gifting it. Because that can't be taxed.
Yeah.
That ain't helping you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I'm not letting you know, like, I'm giving you my accountant's number. Call them. They're gonna tell you.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. You're not mad at me no more.
Yeah.
But I'm the person that can gift you the money. So now I'm going to take that business sense and be like, you're not seeing me. So you can't ask me for nothing when you walk in, even if I told you to come to the spot and you didn't see, you see my employees.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, for all the people out there, support black business.
Support it.
And just support business, period.
Just support business.
Local business.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what kind of color you are, but once you put a name to it, bro, you actually, I think you really put a foul taste in people's mouths.
Yes.
You make a white person or a person feel like they can't go there. Because what is it meant for? Only black people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, dog.
No, well, not necessarily. And we'll get off of this.
Yeah.
There's people who go to Caribbean restaurants. I see enough white people standing in the line for Caribbean restaurants.
Yeah, but it says Caribbean. It doesn't say black.
True.
You could be Caribbean and have lighter skin, white skin, Indian skin, any type of skin, but you're from the Caribbean. So it's a Caribbean business.
Yeah.
That sells Caribbean food or Caribbean
it's just
products.
like going to Chinese food or whatever. It's just like, oh, I'm going to a different country's food to get their
Vietnamese restaurant. So they have pho.
Yeah, same thing. It's
right?
not, you don't feel do I have to be black or do I need to know the slang to be able to order this shit?
No.
Yeah.
No. But as soon as if it said Chinaman or white McDonald's.
The best white-owned business in town.
mind you, they used to do that. Black only fountain, white only fountain.
Yeah. But white people owned everything at that point. It was like, we didn't own shit.
How do you know that? Maybe they just came and taking it captive. Because why would I have to let you know I own this if I didn't steal it?
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. That's it. I'm done for the day. Thank you, guys. You know what I mean? I don't want to get nowhere. Me and him always have, every week we got a little issue. We come out, we maneuver out of him.
We maneuver right the hell out of him. Let's wrap it up for the evening, man. Yeah. Facts. Let's wrap it up for the evening, man.
And no, I won't call. You can't get my number now. I know you're pre-detained now. I'm leaving you on red.
If they're still at this part of the episode, then they caught that right there.
I got you, because you probably didn't. You're just waiting early.
Oh, man.
you gotta wait. It's a waiting game, dog. Got him.
Let's wrap it up for the day, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.